Hey, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the CAP Update, episode 295. Boy, what are we going to do on the big 300? We'll have to do some giveaways that night and I don't know, something fun. I think that's going to be in mid to late August. So, because I know we're going to have the week off during San Diego Comic Con. But yeah, maybe I'll pick up some swag and things I can bring back from that show and use those as some giveaways. I've got a I've got a few things here that we can definitely use as giveaways too. But I'm glad to have you guys here with us. We've got it's the eve of IC3 in Jacksonville, of course. That's on Saturday with some activities that began today. Obviously, I wasn't there for that. And then we got a drink and draw going on tomorrow, and the big show on Saturday. So I'll be heading out tomorrow morning to help them get that thing set up, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with Kazra and Mr. Sardo over the weekend. So there's that. So if you're in the like Northeast Florida area, please come by. It'll be fun. I think it's just $20 to get in, and I think we have a little over 100 indie comic artists that are there. Some headliners like Mr. Palmiotti and Amanda Connor, and yeah, it's going to be a good, very good time. First show where we're combining forces with First Coast Comic Con. But tonight it will be won't be a late night. I guarantee you, we're not going to go to midnight because I have to get up at very early and drive to Jacksonville. So we're going to get things started off with a gentleman from Comics Curing Cancer, and I didn't even think to ask him if I should call him Rob, should I call him Fat Stacks, or Mr. Fat Stacks. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Let me bring Rob in here and get this show started.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Call you late for dinner. That's what your wife says, right? That's her nickname for you.
That was always the thing that my dad always used to say. You can call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner. I don't even know what it means, but it sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, welcome to the show. I mean, I know we tried at different times to get this thing, done even before Heroes, and just things didn't work out. I mean, I've got a pretty busy schedule, and so I apologize for delayed emails to you a few times.
It's all right. Yeah, you can call me Rob. You can call me Fast X. You can call me Rob Fast X. You can call me, like I said, all the above. It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to stick with Rob.
That sounds good.
Kind of hard to say over and over again.
Yeah, because a mouthful.
But obviously, Jay, we met a couple years ago at Heroes, and I've known a bit about Comics Curing Cancer because thanks to Jason as well, Southern Comic Geek. He's always brought it up to me like the last 2 years, no, even 3 years ago, I think. Yeah. He brought it to me, and so we've run some press releases for you guys in the past, and he was like, hey, maybe Rob's got some time to come on the channel, and we can talk about what you guys are doing with Comics Curing Cancer. And Kazra, he actually has worked in this area as well. He's always been involved in the arts, our CEO, but he's actually worked in these, in that same area of trying to cure cancers, and has done a lot of biotech work. So it's nice. That's his background and a strength, in the arts as well. So it's kind of fun. But tell me a bit about Comics Curing Cancer, how it got started, and what's your involvement in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, cancer, first of all, is the ultimate supervillain, right? I mean, it affects everybody. Now more than ever, we're seeing it. Everybody has a story about whether it's them, family member, or friend, whatever. And what happened was about 5 years ago, a gentleman by the name of Cardboard Crazies was his YouTube handle. He had a family member pass away and decided to do a 24-hour live marathon set out to raise $2,000 for the American Cancer Society on his own. Had some friends join in. They managed to raise $8,000 and made the donation to the American Cancer Society. And one of the guys who was heavily involved, his wife, actually worked for the American Cancer Society. And so she kind of came back and said, wow, this was amazing that you guys did. What if we were to try to make this a regular ongoing campaign? And that was the impetus for it. But then his wife got pregnant and the very next year, and he wasn't going to be able to be involved in it. And nobody knew what was happening. And somehow, because the husband of the woman who worked at the ACS was my comic book professor, Somehow people started talking to me and asking me questions about it. Next thing I know, everybody took a step back and I was volunteered. And so I roped in a couple of buddies of mine and we took it off. And from that point forward, as an official campaign of the American Cancer Society, we've been growing comics curing cancer ever since. I apologize for my camera. It is on my end. It's some weird hardware issue, so I apologize.
Just a flicker. It's all right.
We've had
far worse.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially we decided I wasn't going to do a 24-hour marathon. Instead, we turned it into a 3-day virtual event where we decided to leverage, because at the time I only had like 1,100 subscribers on my channel, and my buddies who I thought were big, were around 3,000. Nobody was big. We decided to utilize those overlapping spheres of influence. So we set up a 3-day event where we would have multiple YouTubers come on, and we would move people around and leverage everybody's own audience to get a bigger overall audience and start to raise the money that way, and would culminate with originally just a 1-day comic auction. Was the big and last Sunday big hurrah. We would auction off a bunch of comic books. In that first year, we surprised ourselves. We set out to raise $10,000, figuring a 20% increase would be amazing, and we ended up raising $20,000 that year. And so then after that, it's been year after year. We've just kept doing it, expanding it. Now we have a separate art auction on Saturdays and a separate from our Sunday comic auction, rather than merging the two because they're so big. Last year was the first year the art auction actually outperformed our comic auction for raising money. And last year we raised just over $60,000.
Wow.
So we've now, in a couple of years we've been running it, we've raised over $250,000 now for cancer research and patient support and stuff through with the American Cancer Society.
Well, that's fantastic. That's something to be proud of, Rob. I mean, that's the community around your channels definitely very supportive, and it's always cause. I mean, there's not really anybody that I know that hasn't had cancer interrupt their lives one way or another. And we certainly Adam Hughes recently, and Andy and Veronica Fish. Just let everybody know about Andy's the struggles he's going through.
That's the thing, is as we're having these conversations, as we grow each year and we get a few more artists, bigger and bigger artists come on board, we're also hearing those stories, and then those or they have their own stories, and then that helps them to want to hop on and get involved. And especially what the official partnership with the American Cancer Society really helps us a lot, because when people are making their donations, or even they're into auctions, they pay through the donation portal. Their money goes straight to the ACS. We don't handle it. We're not a man in the middle, and it's all volunteers. We're not taking any overhead out of it. The overhead that we have is just funded by my YouTube channel. All that revenue goes to take care of our overhead expenses. So that way we're not taking money out of the charity.
Right. No, I noticed that on the website that I did link in the chat a minute ago, that all the donations go directly into the American Cancer Society. Even if you set yourself up to do a monthly or quarterly donation, all of that. So
you can see at the bottom of the page, it's their page.
Exactly. I know. Well, you have your domain, but it redirects over to their site. But that's a great way for them to do it too. I mean, they have a lot of groups like yours out there, I'm sure, that's are supportive one way or another. But in comics, this is yours. So what kind of unique things do you do as far as creating your own materials for these events?
So we've been after our first year, we decided we all had been looking at starting to go to Heroes Con, where the three of us that were running at the time. I'm on the West Coast. One of the guys is up in New York, but one of the guys is down in Georgia, and he'd been trying to recruit us to show up to Heroes Con. And we decided, okay, we go out there. And after our first time there, we said, wow, we need to be out here as an organization, because our ability to network with all these artists would be unparalleled. So the following year, we then got a table and we decided what we're going to do. We started reaching out to a community as well as some smaller artists and put together our first art book that we would then auction. We would then go and take to the booth and sell them at the booth, along with Big Time Collectibles was kind enough to donate an exclusive shared exclusive with us to have. So we'd have those. And so each year it's grown, and that's what we do is we bring these our art book. This year's art book blown away as the Bart Sears on the main cover for us. And then
did Jason lobby for Bart Sears to do that?
Jason lobbied so much that Jason actually made the contact and paid the money to Bart Sears to do it, and then turned around and has said that he's donating that original art that he owns back to us to put up in October for our auction. But he plans to buy it back, he says.
I would imagine that. Right. Well, that's one way to get art in your collection, right? You line up something and then you make a wonderful donation by being the highest bidder on it. Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's I've heard similar. We know Jason's a big fan. So
yeah, it was great to get a legendary artist like Bart Sears to be on our A cover, and the theme that he did here with the two of them taking on cancer cells and stuff really tied beautifully into what we want and lended us to our theme for this year, which was the hunt for the cure. And so just incredible art to have there, and we're honored to be able to get that as our A cover for the art book this year, filled with like 20 art from like 26 different artists, contributions, that most of them that we'll be end up having for available. This was our B cover. This is Martin Zavala. Just, again, King Kong classic monster. Everybody, loves that, and beautiful artwork. This piece here is Batwoman. This is from Stephanie Lavod. Stephanie Lavod is a cancer survivor. I was introduced to her a couple of years ago. Stefan Rue introduced me to her. I was talking to him, just getting a signature on a book, and he noticed my Comics Curing Cancer shirt the first year we were there, and he goes, "What's this all about?" And I explained it to him, and he goes, "You need to talk to Stephanie. She's a cancer survivor," and talked to her and built up a relationship with her. And she did this piece, and when we saw it, was so gorgeous, where this has to be a variant cover, and it got the rainbow foil treatment for our variant cover. It's just stunning. Those 3 books are all still available too right now.
Right. I think some of the more limited ones were already sold out, right?
Well, those were the first A cover was limited to 100, and then all the King Kong and the Batwoman, those were limited to 75. Those we have a few left available. The Matt Wilson cover of the Absolute Batman, which was also limited to 75, that was the talk of the con. Matter of fact, we had to make sure people understood that it was an art book, not an Absolute Batman book. They were buying, but it sold out very fast. And then the Austin LeMay, who has been a contributor, he's done a cover for us all 3 years. He's now a member of our board. He did the Absolute Joker cover for us.
Yeah, get him a little glow. Okay, so yeah, you can see why people would be happy to pick up one of those.
There was a secret version of this that came out on Saturday only, and it was sold out before the VIPs bought it up before everyone else got to it, because it was limited to only 10 copies. It was a metal cover variant that did glow in the dark.
Wow. I always forget that they have VIP access at Heroes available, because I was walking in, I thought like 30 minutes before the show opened, and there was a lot of people already down there. Like, what happened? Did I get the time wrong? No, this is just the VIPs hanging out. So, that's well, that's great. I mean, again, you get the artists being supportive. Stefan Rue has He's the best. I've known him for a very long time, and he's one of those guys that likes to recommend other artists for different things. I mean, he's just an all around great guy.
Yeah,
And
last year he made a great
glad to call him friends.
contribution. Since I was all of a sudden he just blindsided me. I was at GalaxyCon and I ran into him and he goes, "Oh hey, here's an original page for the auction. And while you're at it, if you have a blank cover, give me a blank cover. I'll do a little quick sketch cover." And his sketch cover turned out to be a like 6-character wraparound that we ended up auctioning off. It was crazy.
Now,
Yeah,
auctioning.
yeah.
When do the auctions actually happen? Because I know that that's not part of this time of the year. Like you said, at Heroes, you're
Yeah.
doing a bit of recruitment and finding creators to work with. So
We're
how does
all building to our October main event. So our October event this year is October 23rd through the 25th, with the art auction on October 24th and the comics and collectibles auction on Sunday the 25th. One thing that we're going to do different this year than we've done in the past. In the past, we just brought all the art to this auction. We sat on YouTube, we held it up, and we went through them one by one. And my God, it would be like a 6 or 7 hour long auction as we went through all the pieces that we end up being. People were generous enough to donate to us, both artists and community members that sacrificed their collections for this. This year we made a big decision after hearing feedback, especially from the art collecting community, that just doesn't have 6 hours to sit and watch YouTube auction without a schedule of when things are coming up necessarily.
Mhm.
So what we're going to do this year is all of the published pieces. So any original art pages from Production Works, or even the original pieces that we have from our art book. All of those are going to be we're going to put them up on our website, comicscuringcancer.org. They're going to be put up there about a month before. And then about a week before, we have the ability to host an auction there. And the auction will start online and it will end during our art auction, our live art auction. So that way we can do some last minute promoting of it during the auction and let people know to go there to place their bids. But that way folks will be able to bid ahead of time. They'll be able to set, just like any other auction, online auction, set their max bid of what they're willing to pay for it.
The Cancer Society has this all built into their platform.
Into that, yeah, that platform that we're utilizing is a third-party platform that the ACS pays for. But yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, but that's good. Then you don't have to worry about writing them a check. Everything goes, even then, it goes right to them, except for the ones that you're going to do live on the streams.
Exactly. Well, those ones still do too, because the ones we do live on the streams, we direct them to go pay on those through the portal.
Okay. So then you get a record of them paying it.
Yeah, I get copy transactions of all the transactions, and then I spend a week after the auctions matching up everything in packaging and everything else. It becomes my hell for a week and a half, but it's all right.
Exactly. We know all about that around here. Trust me. We're on the OAX auction, and we do plenty of art drops, and we do an auction with Fred Hembeck like twice a year. So, and we ship it all. I know exactly what that's like. But well, that's great. Well, so
there was one other exclusive this year. I do want to say, if you don't mind, I want to say. We want to say a big shout out this year. The other exclusive, which sold out for us that we had this year, was the Mark Spears Monsters number 10. That Tin Man art that was there. I think you have it. Mark Spears was generous last year. He came on during our auction. Yeah, last year he came on and he was doing an interview, and during the interview he got excited about what we were doing, and he said, "Oh, hey, maybe we'll do an exclusive for you or next year." And we said, "Oh, really?" And didn't let him forget. And so he and Keenspot were generous enough to donate the entire 500 print run of this book to us. And so our online pre-Comics Curing Cancer bit sold out in 5 hours, our pre-Heroes Con allotment. And then at Heroes Con, our allotment sold out. Now it's Big Time Collectibles has a few because they bought some from us
Mhm.
at our cover price, or I mean at the price we were selling to everybody else,
Right.
as a donation to the charity, and so now they're reselling a few of them, but they have an extremely limited quantity.
Well, that's great. Well, like, again, everyone's been impacted one way or another by
Yeah,
this disease, and it's those are just wonderful. I mean, the, we need more of these things in the comics community that raise awareness for charities. I mean, we just did a thing on Tuesday for the Hero Initiative,
yeah,
and again, these are fun, and these live stream opportunities definitely have helped out a lot of charitable fundraising. I think especially when you have a channel like yours that has about the same number of subscribers that we have. I mean, you get a good audience, and everybody,
yeah.
it always feels good to help out, a cause like this one. But Rob, the one thing I don't know a lot about you. In fact, I know absolutely nothing about you. So you should tell us a little bit. Yeah, I
Sure.
assume you don't have a. Are you an art collector? Do you?
I I have 3 pieces of original art.
Okay.
Um, for the most part, whenever I get original art, I turn around and I generally donate it to Comics Curing Cancer.
Hmm.
I'm a comic book collector. Most of my original art, actually, I should rephrase that. I do collect original art, but all of my original art is limited to sketch covers.
Okay.
So I'm a sketch cover artist because it's the same size of all the rest of my 10,000 plus comics.
Makes
So it's
sense.
easy to store. A matter of fact, before this, I was just recording a video. My last CBCS art label submission that I had no idea, I completely forgot I'd sent it in, showed up, and I'm like, well, I sent this in before they.
I'm glad yeah, you didn't know that you should have been a little worried there, right? At least,
I just, sometimes you get when you collect things, you collect them, you put them in a box, and unless you have a reason to go look for them again, you forget where, and apparently I
well, when
didn't.
you
I
have a
forgot what to do.
lot of stuff, I imagine
Yeah.
you have a few long boxes at home.
Well, very few. Most of it are short boxes because they're easier to
Okay.
handle. But yeah, my garage is a warehouse with racking everywhere, and
Yeah, and how
but
long
yeah,
have you
no,
been doing that?
I've been I started collecting late in life. I didn't start collecting until I was in college, away at military school, actually. But then a horrible thing happened called maximum clonage, and it drove me away to sell off my entire collection. And I was done with comics. Then I married my wife, who brought long boxes into the marriage, and I moved them around a bunch of times. And when it was time for our firstborn to start reading, I just took him to the comic book shop because he was really into Iron Man and other stuff. And so, yeah, I want you to read. I don't care what you read. Let's go get some comics. And I started reading what I bought for him, and remembered the reason I had stopped reading was because I actually have dyslexia, and remembered the reason why I liked reading comics was that it's easier for someone with dyslexia to read because of the words being broken up into small chunks.
Hmm.
Uh, so I've been, ever since then, got back into it. I've been expanding and learning, and becoming more and more appreciative of different art forms, different eras, and uh, become a huge proponent of atomic age robot covers and fun stuff like that.
Oh, fantastic! No, that's good. I was just going to say the same thing, Robert. Said that. That is a rare find indeed.
Yeah.
Again, my wife when I married her was a geek, but she didn't have long boxes. That's that I
I moved her long boxes from apartment to multiple times, and they managed to survive, all kinds of stuff that we did to them. But yeah, it was definitely a nice thing. I married very well.
I will have to agree with you on that one. That's a first. So so what if anybody wanted to talk to you about potentially, especially because we have a lot of artists that watch the shows
Yeah.
as well. I mean, if anybody wanted to contribute something to the auctions that would happen in the fall, I mean, what's the best way to reach out to you? Is it through your socials? I did put the link to your Instagram and Facebook and the main website into the chat. But are those the best avenues to talk to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Easiest way to reach out is either to myself directly on Instagram or to the Comics Curing Cancer. Both of them come in through me. Or you can reach out to me directly at robs.fatstacks@gmail.com if you'd rather send an email. We'll happily talk about Comics Curing Cancer and what you can do to help, or where to send if you got a piece of art you want to donate, or some quality books, whatever. Reach out. We're happy to have them. We can provide a donation receipt from the American Cancer Society for your tax purposes and such, and because we're all straight on the up and up.
Well, when it comes time, for any part of that, whether it's the trying to get pieces in, or when it's time promoting it in advance of the live auction, when the published pieces go up for essentially early bidding, let us know, because we could either have you back on, or at the very least run some press releases for you. And
would love to have that. Yeah, right now we've got about almost 30 pieces of art we've got in so far between our art book and some of the early donations, and now we're starting to do that. It's that weird period where we're reaching out to artists knowing that they're dealing with SDCC coming up, but at the same time realizing that October hits really quick. So try to thread that needle with the artists, right?
Exactly. No. There's no slowdown until after Thanksgiving. Then you kind of hit that lull point. So yeah,
that's when we're hitting them up for working in the art book for next year.
Well, yeah, you gotta, and clearly, the track record that you have right now with being able to raise over $250,000, over $60,000 in the last one. I mean, people know that you've got the audience and the traction, and you're doing really, really good things. And I think that's always if you're a new charity, it's a little more difficult to get started.
Yeah, and what I always tell people, I really wonder, it's not even us, because we're just three YouTubers that that collectively probably only have like 12,000 unique viewers at best, or subscribers, where it's really the community. The community has done such a wonderful job of embracing, because of the fact that everybody's been affected, and helping us to rebroadcast those messages, repost, because the stuff that we post on Instagram, we have to fight the algorithm, and the easiest way to fight the algorithm is to have more and more people echo it, and they do that for us. And come October, you'll see floods of stuff on Instagram. It really helps. The way that they make generous donations to us, then show up to buy their stuff back is just incredible. And without the community, it wouldn't be anything.
Well, that's great. And Jason is a good person to know out there in this community as well. I mean, I'm surprised to see him in the chat tonight. After all the work he did to make this moment happen, he's not in the chat. How could he do that? I feel let down by the man, but I'll let it slide this time. But so give me an idea how many sketch covers you own, because sketch covers can be posted to Comic Art Fans. We don't limit ourselves to published work or con sketches. There's quite a few sketch covers.
I have 8 slab boxes of slabbed sketch covers, and then I have about half a short box full of just regular bagged and boarded sketch covers. So I don't know, it's probably, there's about 30 60 90, maybe 130 to 150.
That's probably if you were to post your pieces on CAF, you probably would have the most sketch covers in a gallery. Well, that's great. Out of all of them, tell me what your top 2 favorite ones are. Who are the artists, and what was the character that they drew? Or are you just going to show them? Or they're within help?
They just came in, two fabulous ones. This one was I think I do Amazing Spider-Man villains Rogues Gallery, and this shocker was done by Death Fimasoni. He goes by Death Designs on Instagram. He's done a couple of commissions for me over the years. But this one he did for Comics Curing Cancer last year, and it was by far the best Shocker rendition I've ever seen. That I was like, oh, I'm going to buy that, and so I made sure to buy this during the auction. And he does this monochromatic style rather than full color. It's just absolutely beautiful. And then for what's readily available, this other one was really kind of cool. Is this is the one I was talking about, Stefan Roux. He just banged this out real quick during the con, single day of the con on the floor. It wraps around.
Oh, damn.
So this was and this was another one that he did for Comics Curing Cancer. And again, last year I was like, oh, I'm bidding, I'm buying them back. I'm buying them. So it's like, these are great. So yeah.
Now, who was the artist again on the first piece? Because
Death Fimasoni. He's Filipino.
Filipino. Sony. I don't know if I've heard of them.
No, he's not been working. He's a independent artist. I don't know that he's done. He comes out mostly to like the West Coast cons. I know he's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
I usually see him at oh god, what's the other con in Anaheim that's the same company?
WonderCon.
WonderCon, yeah. I usually see him there for WonderCon. But yeah, I don't think he's really worked much with any of the publishers. But he does a lot of incredible work.
No,
like he did a piece for the art book, the wool. I think one that you might have the original art there. It's the Wolverine 11x17 Wolverine in battle.
Let's see, is that in the original art folder?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wolverine. I should just share the screen and you tell me where it is, because I'm scrolling around, I'm not seeing it, but I'm sure I've just gone past it a dozen times here. Let's see.
Yeah, scroll down. It's like really heavy dark colors down.
Maybe it's folder, maybe. Oh wait,
yes, there it is. This piece he did for us. But he handed me this book. He handed me this piece at WonderCon. Goes, here you go. This is for the church. I was like, this is insane.
And these were from last year's auction, right?
No. This is going to be
a preview of the current piece.
This is all stuff that's going to be in this year's auction. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, then we should go through this just to kind of
sure. Yeah, this is an 8.5 by 15 3/4 inch piece from Stephanie Lavad. And then this is from an artist named John Brugman. This is a 16 by 20 Spawn, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
This was in the art book. This, I think everybody recognized the initials on that one.
Oh yeah, we just had John Romita Jr. at OAX, so we've got to see a lot of his art.
Yeah, this is a 9 by 12 that he just happened to be walking by our booth this year. One of the guys said hello, started talking with him. He did a little doodle for us on a blank that became a nice jam piece that we're going to be auctioning off. And then when we walked back to say thank you, he then gave us this 9 by 12 piece. Oh yeah, this Spider Punk. This is Franco.
Yeah, there's a few pieces by Franco on CAF. Yeah, that's a good one. We have a few people who like to collect music-related artwork, so that would be a good one.
This is 11 by 17 interior page from our art book. This is Chad Shodel. He's been phenomenal with us at the Comics Curing Cancer over the years. This Venom. This is a 9 by 12 from Cabby.
Very nice.
Obviously, yeah, the Bart Sears.
That Jason has already put his name and phone number on the back of it.
He's open to, yeah. We're telling people at least show up and make him have to really pay for it, right? Mm-hmm. The Supergirl. This is Matt Frieso.
That's nice. 11 by 17 as well.
Yep.
Same as this one.
Yeah, it's 11 by 17. Boba Fett is JDBB. And then 11 by 17 Bizarro, Mr. Grimble. I don't.
This is Greg Murray.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Greg Murray. Yeah. I've lost it on my my spreadsheet here.
You got him.
This is an absolute Martian Manhunter from community member Taylor Winder. This is Jevin Loop, 11 by 17. He does Nuke Chicken. His book, he's a West Coast guy. He was super. He just bagged us out for us real quick. I came to him as an emergency. We had an artist not able to turn in their book. I had 2 days before publishing. We needed to be at the publisher and printer, and he goes, "Yeah, I can get something for you." This week, does it off for us. So,
Nuclear Chicken, huh? That's the name of it.
Nuke Chicken, yeah.
Nuke Chicken.
This
all right.
is in a book. This obviously is an original page. This is Brad Walker. Brad Walker pencils and Andrew Hennessy inker. This is from Detective Comics 1027.
Nice.
This is the back side of the jam piece. So we have this, like I said, JRJR started it off, and we were able to go around. And on the back side here, we have Pat Broderick, Rob Reese, Aaron Bartling, Mike DiCarlo, and Arthur Adams all did pieces for this. And then on the front side, we have Trish Forstner, Martin Simmons, John Jang, Daniel Warren Johnson, Johnny Desardino, Darcy, I don't pronounce that very well, and Miko Soyan and JRJR.
Well, it's a good lineup of artists on that.
Yeah, once JRJR did his doodle, the rest just fell in. People wanted to be part of it, which was great. And this is going to be auctioned during the auction. This is one of 4. We have 4 of these that are being done as a lot. This is Brian Lacey. He did the art. This is actually Rocketeer the Island issue 1. This is actually this paper this is that garbage protective sheet paper that they put to protect, the book sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is. The book is still inside it. And so he just did pencils and Sharpies on top of it. And so we got 4 different Rocketeers that are all going to be sold together as a lot.
So you got a good start on the art auction side of things already.
Yeah, a lot of them are, fortunately, these are like, a lot of these are the pages from our art book. Mm-hmm. So most of the artists that participate in our art book, we ask them to donate the piece that they create for the art book to us, so we can then sell it at the auction. This, of course, this zombie Joker. This is Esteban Salinas, or Deviant Apple. This is a piece from this is Will Torres.
Will Torres, yeah.
And on a 9x12. This is the Stephanie Lavad cover, the Batwoman. This is actually sold together with another piece, but that is Scott Morse, who actually I went to school with. He really
love Scott's work.
Yeah, Scott did this book last year with a bunch of artists together, got a bunch of people together to do 1-page stories, and then he illustrated them all. And so inside here, he did this beautiful remark inside this, and then along with that, there's a piece of original art that was the art for the COA that I don't have it in front of me, but it's probably the next one up. I don't know if that's Cap. Well, when we get to it, we'll get to it. But it was the art for the COA. Okay. This is Kevin Paez. He's does a lot of really cool zombie takes on characters. Did this zombie Captain America for us.
We
This
need
is in the
more
art
zombie
from the
Captain
art book.
America around here.
Here's the Scott Morse piece. So this was actually the original art that was used on the COA for the noir version of the book.
Mhm.
So
That's fantastic. I love Scott's stuff. He is
Yeah.
one hell of an illustrator, and that's beautiful.
Yeah, he went to school with the same high school as me. And we obviously we share the same last name, so we get a lot of yes, his real name is Scott Fatstacks. And
that's awesome.
So yeah, but no relation.
So you've known him a long time. I shouldn't have closed that. What else we got here?
Oh yeah, this one's hard to see, but because it's really light pencils. But this is Mez Phillips. This is a 14 by 17 clay face. Really needs an inker, but it is phenomenal. A phenomenal piece. Carl Bourne. Carl Bourne used to be a government worker that was doged and decided to do his art, and he did this realistic take of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for our art book. Another guy that I reached out to with like 2 days notice or a week's notice, and he said, yeah, I can do that for you, no problem, and dusted this out, and it's this incredible piece that's in our art book. This is also Carl Bourne. This is 11 by 17. This is from the Book of Thunder, which is a take on if a Hawaiian girl found the hammer of Thor, but it's of course a tribal one, and gets the powers of Thor, and then she's got to take on some various stuff. And so this page is from that book, and it's going to be packaged up with the
art
copies of the original book, 2 copies of the variant cover and the A cover of the book to go with it. But it is a great thing. Oh, this Dr. Doom, this is Bobby Breed. Bobby does incredible work as well. I just love the watercolors on this. 11 by 17. This is from our art book.
Very nice.
This is an 8.5 by 15 and wait, no, I'm mixing. This is the 10.5 by 12.5. This is Stephen Gordon. I met him at WonderCon, and I actually I picked this up from him with the intended purpose of donating it to the charity, and just because we need a little Hulk in our lives.
I know a few Hulk collectors who would probably like that.
Yeah, it's a great piece.
Okay, yeah, we did hit the end there, but so this is what you've been so far. And what do you? How many pieces do you think you're going to end up with for the art auction side of things?
I really don't know. I hope to. I'd love to see that get doubled. It just depends what kind of response I get from the artists when I reach out to them, and what people, the community members, come up with. I mean, last year we get stuff that gets all of a sudden out of nowhere, that people just find us during the event, and all of a sudden they ping us. Like last year during the first day of the auction, somebody was just or first day of the event, somebody reached out and said, "Oh, I have something I'd like to donate." And you go, "Okay, what is it?" He goes, "Oh, I have." He's part of the God, I'm going to blank on artists' names all of a sudden. Alex Ross. He's part of the Alex Ross group, and he's won the mystery box twice. So he had 2 pieces of OA from Alex Ross, and so he goes, "I have 2 pieces. I'll just donate one of my pieces of Alex Ross OA."
Wow.
And it was a warm-up sketch or whatever, but it was Mary Jane as the Iron Spider. It was an Alex Ross piece, and he out of it just on the, we didn't know
that brings in people who might not have gone to the auction in the first place. They see other pieces they end up liking, and all of that's good. So it's you got a couple of those pieces in there. That was very nice.
It's always fun. People come up with something and they see what's going on, they hear about it, and you go, "You know what? I can sacrifice this for that cause. I might buy it back, I might not, but it's for the cause." And so that's what we're really hoping with a lot of this stuff is not only to get people interested for when we do the auction, but for any collectors who are sitting there thinking, you know what, for the charity, I could move on from a piece, or I know maybe I'm really good friends with an artist, and you can make a connection for us that to help have them do a piece for us, or a piece that's already done from their collection. They've been lugging from one show to another show, and they're tired of lugging it around. Well, instead of them having to discount it, we're happy to take it and make it to a good cause.
Well, remind us again the best way to reach out to you to talk to.
Reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram at Comics Curing Cancer. You can reach out to me on Instagram at robs.fatstacks, or you can email me at robs.fatstacks@gmail.com.
So exactly as it's shown on the screen right
exactly.
now, with an @gmail.com.
I try to make it simple.
All right, Dan Goodwin, who's going to be exhibiting at IC3 in Jacksonville this Saturday, says he's always down to fight cancer and would be happy to donate something. We'll work out something with Dan and make sure that we'll get some stuff your way. I can promise.
I really appreciate that, and we all do, because together we can make a difference and fight cancer.
Well, like I said, you got to keep us in the loop when to let us know
absolutely
when the bidding starts live. Give us a little bit of lead time, and then also whatever we can do, maybe we can send out an email.
I appreciate that, and I can definitely put you on my email list that we're communicating, and anybody who just follow us, like I said, give us a follow on Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram. We make most of our communications to the broad public about the stuff right there via posts, letting people know the stuff that's coming up or what's going on. So,
all right. Well, there you go, Rob. Hey, it's our pleasure. I'm glad
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it, and taking the time and going over time.
No, well, if I didn't get a chance to look at all the folders, so I'm glad we dived in at least to the one, just so we could take a look at all the artwork that's there.
The other one's the same stuff, just mounted on a prettier slide. That's all.
So I gave the less than pretty.
You gave just the cropped art versus the cropped art mounted on a background.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
that's all. Yeah, that's all.
I blew it. Oh well. Yeah. won't be the last time that something like that happens. But Rob, thank you, for all that you do. Clearly, it's you gotta want it to be able to get out there and put the effort in to do this. And clearly, you have, and you've got some great connections, and these are the things that people like to support. So anything that we can do to help get the word out for you, we're happy to do it.
Thank you all.
All right. And yes, Marcus keeps reminding me that I got lots of contacts, Rob. we'll find a way to support you. But yeah, thank you for taking the time tonight. And again, we'll be in touch.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Rob. See ya.
Bye.
All right. So there you go. Rob's RBS.fatstacks with an X @gmail.com is Rob's email, and that's probably going to be the easiest way to reach out to him, get some more information about how you can either potentially donate stuff. I know, Carl, you have access to a lot of artists as well, so there's probably a few things that you might be able to send to Rob and anyone in the chat. Again, if you end up not being able to communicate, contact them, reach out to me. I'll make sure I can put you guys in touch with one another. So there you go. That's we've been talking since before Heroes to make that happen, and it finally did. But so what else is going on around in the community these days? But I know Marcus. Marcus was lighting off some fireworks for the 4th of July. I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend, and you still got all your digits. It looked like Marcus came away unscathed from all that, so that's always a good thing. What did we do around here? It's just been we've just been kind of busy around at Cafe HQ as always, prepping for IC3. So I've got the car packed already. I plan on getting out of here around like 7:30 in the morning. I've got the karaoke machines, not for karaoke. Of course, we use them as our PA systems when we're out at shows. But the Dan T trophy came in, and I got some T-shirts ordered. I almost was going to wear one tonight, and I figured now we'll debut those at the show. And I'll make sure that I have my IC3 T-shirt on at a future show. But yeah, we put some nice stuff together that will be offering and giving out at IC3. Printed up some really nice sketch cards that we'll be using at the drink and draw tomorrow night. And I know Dan will be there. I'll be there. We got Matt Sardo and Kazra. I can't promise that they'll be drawing. I figure I'm gonna at least draw one. I'll draw something. I'll hang out with Dan and we'll see what we can. Maybe we can do an exquisite corpse or something like that. I'll draw half of it and he can draw the other half. So will I be a part of their stream? I don't know, Marcus. He didn't ask me. So, I don't like to butt in on people. So, offering up my time isn't, I let people, if you, whatever, you know how it goes. Let's see here. So yeah, so we've got our PR announcements that went out this week related to the premium sub changes and everything. So we sent out an email to all premium members a couple days ago, and then today the general press release went out for that, and I'm sure we'll do some kind of a reminder prior to the 26th. But I did get quite a few questions related to it, even though everything's pretty clearly spelled out with the bullet points. Some of the common questions that we got were, if you're renewing before the deadline, it's not starting from that payment type. So if you have a lot of people that have renewed early have expirations in the fall, like in September or October. So if somebody who has an October 1st expiration date on their current premium membership and they pay for the renewal before the 26th, so if they're expiring on October 1st 2026, it would be set to October 1st 2027. And so similarly, but a little bit more complicated, if that same person had market data that was going to expire on October 1st, 2026, along with their premium membership. Now, I'm not going to be able to do this math perfect, but if they were to renew just their premium membership, we would add 1 year on to that. So then it would be set to, October 1st, 2027. But then we would take the time remaining on the premium membership from July 26th through October 1st. Say that's maybe 70 days, and so we would add 70 days onto the expiration date in 2027, which would get them close to the end of the year of 2027, maybe even up to 2028. We have a couple people who renewed both their premium membership and market data, and I know that when things get converted on the 26th, we've got people that are expiring in 2029. I even have one gentleman who has always been like 2 years ahead on one, like either their premium membership or their market data, that they're going to be in 2030. So bottom line is you're not losing any time by renewing early. It's literally adding 365 days to the end of your current expiration date. So Carl, yeah, I don't even know, man. I don't think I have an answer for that. I don't know how, the equivalency in zingers is unknown to me. I think I've only been gifted zingers. I haven't even bought any of my own. Let's see. Yeah, jam piece. See, Dan's all in down with that. He and I are going to do at least one 5x5 jam piece. Maybe we'll even do one on the side that we use as a something to give to Comics Curing Cancer. Maybe we can do that after IC3. We'll work that out, Dan. We got time. Renewal. I get that, Noel. But yeah, what are some of the other? I'm trying to think of what other questions I've gotten. I mean, that was like the main one. Some people thought that if they didn't renew before the 26th, so say again, same thing, that October 1st expiration date, that if they didn't renew before the 26th of July, that they wouldn't get market data. And so I've had to tell a lot of people, no, bottom line, if your expiration date is May, because you just paid, less than 2 months ago, in 2027, when we hit the 26th of July, you're going to have access to market data. Everybody who's a premium member will have access to market data, will have your Art Scout keywords go from 50 to 100. You don't have to renew to have the market data become a part of it. Anyone who's a premium member has it. Essentially, we're just consolidating that other subscription into this one. So, anybody who's just a market data subscriber will become a premium member, because you have to be a premium member to have access to market data. So hopefully that outlines, the major stuff. But that was it. I remember seeing something. What was the one question I saw that popped up? Let me see. I think it was over. Maybe I can find it online. I remember somebody posted something about it. socially, or maybe I'm mistaken. Let's see. I can't find it. Let me see. I think I got it on my phone. Let me look at it that way. See if it was something that I missed. That was that I let's see. Um yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the general thing. People had confusion about market data being included in premium membership. Again, bottom line is you get market data beginning on July 26th. I've had a few people that renewed early and said, "Where's my market data?" And I said, "It's the 26th. We're turning it on for all premium members on the 26th." So that's it. So if anybody has any questions during the course of the rest of the show that hasn't been clear about these changes, just let us know. I mean, the response has been pretty awesome, and we're glad that people are taking advantage because nobody likes a price hike on anything. Really, this is us just kind of adjusting and cleaning up some stuff so we don't have to maintain two subscriptions in house. And it's at the end of the day. If you had both, and a lot of people did, it's a price decrease, and that was kind of the idea going in, that we didn't want to like make this not work well for everybody. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, I think you had a question on Facebook too about that, but hopefully that's clear. If it's not clear, feel free to, shoot me an email, or you can ask any questions here. But that was the plan. And then we wanted to let people have the opportunity to add a year before that changes. But yeah, I'm still manually with the change to this, it really is going to use PayPal's sub platform, which is great because it's all automated. It uses their API to handle the payments and let us know the new expiration dates. Because today, well, for the last 21 years, I have manually updated your expiration date by going in and finding the account and changing the expiration date. And it's no fun, especially during Comic Car Live. 10 minutes before the show launches, having so many people go premium at the last second. I mean, I'm doing in the 30 minutes to the launch of Comic Car Live on Saturday morning is upgrading accounts because so many people wait to the last second. So this just fixes so many things that have been very stressful for me, because I can't tell you how many people pay with PayPal and we can't match it up to an account. Then you have to email the person and asking them, hey, what name do you use on CAF? Because this does not jive with anything I can find. Yeah, and I've always sent that personal email. That's the one thing, Chris. But I think I do get emailed when the PayPal sub stuff goes and renews, because we did a lot of testing with it. So there's going to be better information for new premium members when they subscribe to using PayPal, because we've already kind of crafted a really nice landing page that outlines a lot of the stuff that I would write in that welcome to being a premium member on CAF email. So it'll just be easier, and it'll be something that they can reference going forward. I mean, and at the end of the day, that's going to be something that's available to everybody who is premium, just to kind of remind them of all the services and features that you have access to, how to use them. Um, and and things like that. No, Jason, I have not told everybody about the end page, but maybe I did last week. I can't remember. So at some point, I did say that we added the art type end page to CAF. But one question came up today about the how do you essentially use that the seller assignment, so you can basically add or remove sellers from your Art Scout list and your future searches on CAF when you're looking for art for sale. Because the only way, as it turned out, I thought I had linked it in more than one place, and I hadn't. I only linked it from the for sale search page itself. And I'm still sharing the screen. I guess I could show everybody, because it is a new feature that we really never talked about, even though even when we relaunched the site, it was there. And we simply, I mean, it was an oversight on my part not to talk more about it. But it was part of the app starting in November, where you had two things that were real easy to access, were your Art Scout keywords, and then essentially the sellers that whom you want to keep in your result list and the ones that you don't. So prior to today, you could only access from the website that seller include exclude list from the site search. but I didn't add a second menu item for it. But underneath the Art Scout keywords, underneath your admin login, there is a your sellers link now, so you can get in there and configure which sellers you want to have included in your Art Scout alerts. And when you're doing site searches for art for sale, we will exclude, everything is real time. Just remember, one day if you exclude too many people, you might be wondering why you're not able to find a certain piece because of that. It can happen. I mean, I confused myself a couple times during development where I would shut off eBay. Okay, no more eBay results. A lot of people don't want to see them. I don't blame you. I mean, so I did that in testing a lot, and then it would trip me up like 2 weeks later when I'm trying to figure out why I can't see eBay results in here, and I'm thinking Maureen broke something. So it's a powerful tool. Just remember to use it responsibly. When you go to this page, we highlight the name of the sellers whom you've excluded. This is nothing personal to 4C or Quan Chang. Just so I just was doing that with testing. Tony Daniel. That's funny. I was wondering why I didn't see something from Tony the other day. Again, testing. It'll get you all the time. Let's see. You can, Marcus. You can call it whatever rule you want. Yeah, what kind of weird, Chris, I think I've actually got like 5 or 6 end pages in my collection. I have to go back and edit them as well. I think Jason already went in and did a bit of that. But let's see here. I'm going to show you guys one thing because I think I've only talked about this once before. So when you're doing seller searches, let's just go over there. Some of the stuff that you can do from here is you can go in and like do blank keyword searches against your want list keywords, everything that you have. Like right now, I have 50 keywords in there. If I were to strip out, the Thor keyword, I could go in and just check this first box. The WL, I mean, we got a little bit of work to do still. I mean, we know that, but in here, if you just say apply want list keywords to that, and do your searches, you actually it's going to apply all 50 keywords and search against all of these sellers that you haven't excluded, and then plus whatever time frames you have. If you want to just look at the last month against your want list keywords for I don't know, every seller in the US, I guess that would be one way to do it. So you get 1,230 results. So but it matches all of your keywords. It might be cool if we could highlight the words that match your keywords in here, and that's something. It'd be a lot of. It might just slow things down too much, but like I'm sure with this first item, X-Men probably was my match, versus I don't know what would be in the second one there. I think I have Daredevil as one of my keywords, so it's things like that. But bottom line is like you're literally kind of curating art for sale searches based on the keyword searches you're already have set up for yourself. So that's like a super easy way just to pop on the site and see what matches your keyword searching, and that you'd have right here, and then you can fine tune it as you want. Boy, the chat's going and I'm not not paying any attention to it. What do we got here? Anyway, vertical DPS is not going to happen, Jason. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, so we're kind of working through some just some minor stuff like that. It's always good to kind of review what we've done and how we can make things a little bit more easier to understand and make things more accessible. So CAF is still a very big site, and there's a lot there. We haven't added Worlds back, but it is on the list. There's a couple of items that we omitted purposefully, when we did the redesign, and just haven't gotten back to it because right now, we're trying to fulfill the obligation we talked about as far as changes to the premium sub stuff was not only giving you 100 Art Scout keywords, but expanding Art Scout to over 200 websites. I forget where we ended up today, but where are we at? I mean, we have the number at 180. It's actually more like 190 right now. We're not counting exactly the right way at the moment, but we're getting there. We're up to like 2 weeks ago we were around 150, so we're right around 190 right now. With the classifieds added into here, because classifieds usually have about 33,000 pieces in it at any time. We're around 303,000 active artworks for sale in the inventory. So yeah, so we're getting there. We're halfway through getting all of our obligations in there. But outside of that, I'm not seeing any questions. So except Peter Rose says he wants additional images. He wants to go above and beyond the standard additional images that you can add to your artwork. There's really no reason why we capped it at 6. I don't really know. I don't use it a lot. I, I use it very sparingly. I mean, I can't even think of a piece that I have an alt image on. I don't know. I don't even think did I even upload one on this page? No, I didn't put the published page up there. I don't use it that much, so I don't think about it. But I know that some of you like to do detail shots and put the published piece up along with it. I know George Hodge gets very creative when he's putting his. He likes to use additional images a lot, so he definitely plays around with. We know Marcus. I mean, I could go over to Marcus's thing and look at any piece of art of his, and he'll have at least 6 additional images, and one will be a photograph of me. So we're not going over there. Complete issues as a category with up to 30 additional images, asked Carl. Yeah, I mean, I see where you would want to do that. I mean, the only thing there is if you used 30 additional images, that as long as you'd have to really not want to care about getting views on those the other 29 pieces, for instance, right? And you're not really worried about that, and a lot of people aren't. The numbers aren't always the most important thing. So sure, I could see it being useful like that, Carl, but I don't know, 30 pieces would be a lot. But it might be easier to create a gallery room and have the pieces in there, assign them to the archive, and then allow you to kind of go back and forth through it that way. The archive isn't re-added yet to the site, but I don't know. That would probably be the way I would suggest doing it, because then that way all the pieces get their own view count and they get assigned properly to the archive when that's added back. You're just trying to find a way to get Peter Rowe more art spots. Peter does put in a lot of extra images, but Brian Peck said the same thing I was thinking. That's what galleries are for. Okay, and let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else here, but either way, that's where we're at with stuff. Everybody has it's more than 2 weeks until the deadline if you want to renew early. Again, a lot of people, honestly, most of the people who have renewed early had their expiration dates in the fall, so they know, hey, in 2 months it's going to go up to, when I need to renew, it's going to be $120. I might as well do the $75 run right now. I can say probably more than half of the people that have renewed were expiring either sometime mid to late August into December, at least 50%. And then there's some people who've just added on that extra time, even though they renewed in May or June already. So that's how it goes. How do we know if Ha has? How do you ask questions like that, Jason? Anyway, so there we go. Let me go ahead and hide this. We don't need to look at my gallery any longer. Get it out this way. So beyond that, we don't have a ton of stuff. I don't have any page I love. I do have something to open, but I'm going to wait till Chris Norrick's on camera with me, because it's going to be a surprise. I have no idea what's in there. I know that I think there might be 2 things in there, and yeah, I don't want to. I think it's probably best to share those things with friends. So let me see. Dan Goodwin, Rich, if Mr. App update question, I'll remind him this week. What did I miss? I'm sorry. Was there an app issue that I missed? I don't know, but yeah, you can definitely remind me, Dan. I definitely don't know that anything has been going on with the app. I mean, typically we haven't updated it since November, so if anybody's getting weird update the app kind of things, maybe that's an issue with the app itself, and you need to I guess probably reinstall it. But I don't know. You can always shoot me a question, Bill at Comic Card Fans, and I might be able to answer it. What did Matt ask here? Bill, if I sell a piece on Kappa Market sold with the price, how long should I wait to remove it so you can call the data? I'm not quite sure I know what you mean there. How long should I wait to remove it so you can call the data? our typical thing would be, once it's sold, we'd rather have it get removed right away. But yeah, I mean, reach out to me, Matt, and I can definitely answer it better, I'm sure. Um, Jeffrey C, can I mark my galleries as private without having them not safe for work? So people have to be logged in to see them, but people don't think I'm uploading for. I've thought about something along those lines, Jeff. I mean, yeah, but we'd have to probably talk more about it. I definitely understand the need for, that some people have, that they just want to be able to upload stuff and manage it, and then but keep it private, or keep it to at a level or status where only people you share it with can see it. I mean, there's lots of different ways to look at it, but we don't want to overcomplicate stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, we want people to come in, be able to upload their artwork and have it show immediately, and then not raise questions about why it's not showing up because they somehow set it to only being available if they share it with somebody. All right. All right, Chris Norkey. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Picks are already hard enough. All right, let me throw up the schedule here, and I think I did upload the proper slide. Yeah, I did. All right, good. So this weekend we have IC3 at Jacksonville. You can still get your tickets at ic3.art. I included in the mailing today the link also to the First Coast Comic Con website. They have a lot more details about all the stuff going on, but of course, there's going to be the drink and draw tomorrow night, and then there is an after party on Saturday that I think are the remaining events. We all missed out on going to the Jumbo Shrimp minor league baseball game this evening, but I did look at their merch today, so I might have to buy something. What else we added in here? We're going to be in San Diego. I'm actually going to be going to Beverly Hills the Sunday before San Diego Comic-Con. So I'm going to be in the Anaheim area. I'm definitely contemplating going over to Disneyland since I've never been there on that Monday. So if any collectors are out in that area and might like to do a get together at the parks or somewhere around the parks on that Monday, I'd be happy to talk to them about it. Email me. We can talk. I'll probably be driving down to San Diego that Tuesday, so Monday will be my only open day in the Anaheim area. But we did line up a couple shows, sales shows in the last week. Don't forget about the show next Wednesday that Gwen will be hosting with Jiggy, Matt DiTullio, and Tatiana. It's kind of an animation-inspired show where there's going to be some animation cells, but then just commission-style pieces with those characters, probably a few published pieces as well. Anything from Disney to X-Men to Yogi Bear is probably possible on that show, but it'll be fun, and I'll be sitting in the production room on that one. Don't know if we're gonna have a show next Tuesday or not. That is still up for grabs. Hopefully we do fill that slot. But other than that, yeah, Joanna is gonna do an art drop on a Saturday with me. Artist Gabriel Hardman, who's I think working on some Batman stuff right now, is going to be doing an art drop on the 15th, another Saturday, and then Jay Gonzo has finally rescheduled for a Saturday as well. So August is going to be kind of a busy sale month. I know we've got a few. What is it? Berkey and Anthony have agreed to do a Dueling Dealers show sometime in the month of August. I don't know for certain. I put it on the 5th right now, but I actually think it's going to be the 12th. Anthony mentioned that he's going to Terrificon between the 5th and the 12th, and so he was like, I need to restock. So I think the 12th will probably be the day that we're going to do it, as long as Mike is free on that day as well. So that's it. That's our schedule. Lots of stuff going on, but it's never dull around here. So Mr. Stork is in the green room. We know he was having fun last weekend, right? Did you have a good time?
It was okay. Our dog is petrified of fireworks, so it's like a lot of reassuring the baby that the world's not coming to an end.
Damn it.
Although I gotta say, it sounded like it outside for a while.
They like to light them off in Wisconsin?
Yes, we do.
Wow. Well, my cat has been a bit stymied as well. She doesn't go, she doesn't like to go out now. We've had a lot of thunderstorms and the 4th of July. So she's been skittish for like the last week as well. But she'll get over it. So what's new? You got any more? You got any new art? Anything that you've gotten in that
No,
you want to show off?
I had an almost got him this week, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, as they say.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
that's too bad. It didn't work out.
No, Paul Ferentz posted a bunch of cool Punisher stuff this week, and he had a page that I remember reading so clearly as a kid. I remember where I was when I read it. I remember, like all the, surrounding kind of details about when I read that Punisher Annual #2. And he had my favorite page from the book, and I waited a little too long. I guess I missed it.
Oh, well, that sucks. So it was still up and available at the time, and
Yeah,
then
he goes, "Oh, I should have marked it sold. Sorry." I was like, "No."
oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
It happens.
So, and I apologize. Actually have to move something from this other computer over to here.
That's
But
right. I should have jumped sooner, but I did. I just put my Silvestri FF page on CAF right before I got on. So
sweet. Did you see the stuff I posted? I finally started posting my X-Men stuff.
so much.
I've been waiting, man. I finally did a weekly flip last week. My first. I don't know if I ever did one. So I couldn't wait any longer. I had to get that art on the cap. So I even posted those 2 pages from Captain America. I mean, I made Alberto last week.
If anybody has it coming, it's Alberto.
Exactly. So here's the package I got in the mail from James.
Oh, that's
and
big.
Jeff Dunn. I don't know how it worked out. Somehow Jeff Dunn, he had told me before Heroes. He's like, Bill, you got to swing by, the 4C table. I got something for you. I see him in front of Anthony saying, he's like, come by the table again. And then at some point later, Jeff's like, you never came by the table. I gave your stuff to James, and he'll give it to you at the show. And so then I never see James. So so Jeff was like, James has to mail it to you now. So I have no idea what it is, but James said that I think James, you could. Well, I don't know. This is big for OA. You never know.
I think that's Big Bad Toy Store box. I recognize that.
Yeah, this is the one that was sitting on the floor behind you for about 6 months.
Yep.
I might set mine over here and we'll look at it for a while.
Go for it. I'll put mine back.
Okay, so what do we got here? This must be for, well, I'm gonna assume this is from James, but we'll see. This is the cover that James, here, let me go full screen here, and it's got Scott Summers on it as well, taped with the painter's tape on it. So I'm assuming, is it signed by James? James, you should have signed this thing or something, man. But all right, that's the first thing. We have a OMAC by which of course
Byrne.
Byrne, exactly. Look at that. Everybody knows I have not read that, so
you're gonna get educated.
Okay, now I know what this. Okay, now I get it. The Cyclops is because of course we don't have a Dave's hot Dave's hot chicken. Right?
Oh yeah, the Happy Meal toy or
exactly. So that it must be what the Scott Summers base is for. So there we go. So this is from James. Thank you, James. All right, what else we got in here? From Bud Root. This must be from this is probably from James too. I think that's Bud anyway, right? Oh, of course. How could you can't mistake a Bud Root drawing.
Right. Hey, the Thing.
Is it? Wait a minute. Oh, you're right. Look at that. Heroes Con 2026. Oh, that's actually, I got that. Because we were talking to Bud, and he gave me a poster. Did he sign it? He didn't sign it, but he did put his telephone number and email address on the back. So, yeah, there you go.
Was that at the auction?
What? I don't know if Bud Root had a piece in the auction. James would know. Let us know, James. I have no idea. I don't remember seeing if Bud Root had a piece in the auction or not. So okay, so I got that. Well, oh yeah, I can see why James likes. I'm not going to show that image.
He appreciates the female form, Bill.
Yes, he does. Okay, well, the OMAC is the gift from Jeff, I have to believe. So I'm going to thank Jeff when I see him. Unless James tells me I'm wrong. So that's Bud's. Oh, so that was so he produced that Heroes, that book just for Heroes. Okay, cool. Let's see. Snorkel. Why didn't you buy the OA? Why is Jason giving you a hard time about not buying some art?
Well, I said, was that at the auction? And then they said it was actually at the auction last year. And I was there last year. I don't even remember that piece.
Oh,
I feel like that would have made an impact.
I don't remember seeing that at the auction last year either. It is dated 2025. So it could have been.
I'll be dogged.
How'd you let that slide? Yeah, now I'm starting to wonder. Man, you're slipping.
If I was going to buy something from Bud Root, I feel like that would be the thing. No pun intended.
Exactly. All right, here. I'm having problems connecting my two computers together. They're not sharing files, but oh, actually it did finally share. Okay. I forgot to move the EXP video over to this computer. So, but we'll do that next anyway. So I got nothing else to open. That's it. I got no. I did buy something from Anthony, but I think I'm going to pick it up at San Diego. So I won't have any art to show off until after that trip.
Oh, Jeff Dunn said the OMAC is signed.
What? Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I didn't open it.
That's pretty tight.
Is it signed? It must be on the inside of it. All right, I'll look. I've done this to Marcus numerous times, but he sent me like a Daniel Warren Johnson book, and I'm like, oh, cool, it's a Daniel Warren Johnson comic book. And then on the inside there, there'll be a remark.
Oh wow.
Okay. Oh, and see, I realized it's 4 books, and it is signed.
Wow.
By Byrne.
It's good having friends.
Thank you, man. That's awesome. I will read these. I read Jerome after Newell got that for me. That was an awesome read, and I have reread it now. So I do feel a little bit smarter after reading it the second time.
After reading that book, yeah, you gained some IQ points.
Yes, exactly. Oh man. All right. So let's get on with it. We can look at some heritage artwork. I didn't spend a whole lot of time picking picks today. I hate to say it. I had a I was very sidetracked today. I'll tell you, because we've been working on adding in those new crawls. So Maureen's the machine that does the crawls is right over here. So even though I put remote desktop on it, there was a point where Maureen's like, I'm tired of being in this room. I don't think she means she was tired of hanging out with me, but I said, she was like, isn't there a way I can work on this computer and be at my desk in the house?
Mm-hmm.
So I looked, and it turned out we didn't have Windows Pro on it. It had Windows Home. So I had to spend $99 to add Pro on it, and I got remote desktop to work. So she can do half of her work now sitting inside the house in a nice comfy chair versus coming in here and hanging out with me. But we've we like I said, we added like 30 crawls this week. So there's always like something, hey, this doesn't work, go do this.
Yeah.
So we're always, but hey, we're plowing through all that stuff. But I have to say this to everybody, because we haven't listed it on the website, but if there isn't a site that we're crawling, let us know, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's I've looked at the other services that are out there. Nobody can cover everything, and it's funny. I go onto artist sites all the time. I started a spreadsheet on my computer, like oh shoot, but Bud Root they sell artwork on his site.
Yeah.
That's not on that other service. It's not one that I would have thought to look into.
Sure.
But if people come across sites that have art for sale, it doesn't matter if there's 10 pieces or 10,000. If it's not in our crawl, send us an email. I mean,
you have Blackline Fever on there?
What's that?
You have Blackline Fever on there?
Not yet. Their site is that'd be like crawling Spencer Beck's website.
Yeah.
But I had like an epiphany. Maureen was like, you can't figure out this one. It sucks, and I won't say whose site it was. And I figured out a way to crawl it. I needed to do something that I'd never done in the tool before. And I was just like, I wonder if this regex will work. And so I just, if I would have used Claude, it probably would have told me, about an hour before I figured it out. But I typed it in and I hit it, and it's like, and it worked. I was like, wow, maybe I can do a site like Spencer Beck's or Blackline Fever, sites that aren't really well designed.
Maybe just like connect it to a telephone with like.
No, and I'm not purposely ignoring Ruben's site at all. I mean, remember everybody, I built Ruben's site, and when whatever happened, he moved and his stuff off of it. we actually set up a crawl for his site. The issue it was so weird. Maureen hasn't figured it out, and we haven't gone back to it because it's something weird with the fact that we didn't delete the database table of his site, right? And it was still named Comic Book Art Gallery, and somehow using the same name in the procedure with the table, still up on SQL was causing a problem. And I'm like, well, that's just stupid, So, I mean, I looked at it the other day. It's been crawling his site for about a year now, and not clearing out the push table that we push into. It has like 600,000 records in it at the moment.
Oh my God.
It's not that big. It's probably like half that. But because we can't push it because of the naming thing. So I'm like, Maureen, just change the freaking name of the push. It doesn't matter what it's called on the when we get it in there. We just haven't gotten to it. So I am not. He was one of the first people that I went out to try to bring back in. This was not me trying to not have him in there. So there you have it. Ruben, he was. I actually sent Ruben a very nice email. He did not reply. He re-upped early. I thanked him for his continued support of CAF, and I didn't get a thumbs up. But that's all right. I mean, it is what it is. But please, sites that are not in our crawl, hit us up. We're really happy to add more stuff, and I found like 6 artist websites today while I was just browsing around for stuff, and I added them to the list. So,
nice.
See, I confess to what? I confess that Ruben was one of the first sites that I tried to set up in a crawl, and it won't work. Oh, brother. Anyway. Heritage picks. Let's go ahead and share that screen so we can get things going here. But it's an easy thing to do. Just shoot me an email. Chris, you're on sites a lot too. When you come up across something, let me know.
I already gave you one.
I know you did. Blackline Fever. That's the one. I would.
I just love.
If I can figure out how to do their site, that would be. I mean, it's going to be hard, but I'll figure it out. All right, here we go. Let's see. I'm starting from the back. We'll go over this side first. Okay. David Mazzucchelli. We got a Indiana Jones page. I kind of forgot that I think he did a couple issues of Indiana Jones, but the action on this one isn't that freaking awesome?
Yeah.
I mean, with the bullwhip like that. I mean, the flow is beautiful, and the inking on this is done by Coletta, if you can believe that.
Jeez.
But such a nice page, and this is from issue 14. It's slick, Tom. Definitely, I was a little surprised.
Lutz said he did one issue, which
he only did one. I thought he did 2.
Yeah.
Okay, well then there you go.
Great page.
One and done. Then Phil Jimenez on a Swamp Thing title page from issue 156. Who did the inking? Oh, Kim DeMulder did the inks on this one.
Wow.
That's what it does. It doesn't have like a Perez-y Jimenez feel. DeMulder's inks grounds it a bit more, but it's really great.
Well, you get that Jimenez like gnarly level of detail, though.
Definitely. Peter Rose says Coletta could do great inks when he wanted to. Yeah, exactly.
So he just never wanted to?
He just generally never wanted to. Well, I mean, they always said it was because, he needed the money. And so if he could ink 3 books a month, that was his goal or whatever. And I don't know if that was the number, but hey, you get paid by the page. You gotta crank it out. You gotta erase some things from the background.
Yeah, you had gambling debts to pay.
And the gambling debts, yes. So here's a Savage Sword of Conan, John Buscema, Alfredo Alcala piece. We've picked a few of these in the past because Alcala's inks are amazing over Buscema. But I really like the fact that you got the prelim piece with it as well. Oh, Chris just dropped out.
I don't know. I'm here. My camera just disconnected. I don't know why.
All right. So anyways, I thought this was cool. You get both of them together, and that's nice. And it looks like it looks like they were photographed together. So it's not quite, what is it? It's probably I don't know, 10 by 15. It's not small by any means. Then this was kind of cool. Bart Sears. It was an unused Dark Knight cover. And why are you not? Okay, there you go. The patterns on these buildings are just fun as heck.
Oh wow.
I thought it was really nice.
Yeah.
unfortunately not used. It says it was from Legends of the Dark Knight issue 201, but very nice.
Where there were certainly Legends of the Dark Knight covers that weren't as nice as that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Exactly. I'm kind of curious what the published one looked like. Then next up, Chris Bachalo. This one's this is for James. I know James likes his Doctor Strange. Tim Townsend inks on this one. Just, I mean, if you just squint and look at it, it's a cool freaking page, right? The inks, the patterns. As a thumbnail, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's just too cool. I'm going to pick this one just because, the layouts are interesting, like you would get from Chris from this era. I love the 4 small panels, the two thin ones, and the 2 above it. I mean, it's just a fun piece. But the design of the page is just crazy.
Yeah, all those shapes. I mean, I think this is a good example of, at least in my opinion, why Townsend is his best inker.
Yeah,
he just brings a little order to the chaos.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you there. Let's see. Should be. Yeah, Marcus. Okay. This is a Gil Kane Vigilante 13 page. I mean, just kind of in a similar vein. I feel like it's a really dynamic page. There's the action is there, and I love the way it's laid out. I mean, the way he sliced this first panel like that, so then he mirrors the landscape with the character in the parachute.
Yeah.
In that one. It's just when I saw it, it's exciting. It's an exciting page.
Well, and how many pages can you think of that have a guy attacking a guy who's parachuting?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
G.I. Joe, I suppose it probably happens quite a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, very true. But anyways, cool page, Gil Kane, no nostrils, and that's all right. Let's see. We got Grummett. Speaking of Ruben, I mean, here's Tom Grummett. I mean, everybody loves Grummett on Superman, and I love the page, but I really that last panel is just, it's beautiful. I mean, look at that. You get Superman, leaving the apartment, and Chris's camera is out again.
What's going on?
He's there though. I know you're there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, just fine.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just gonna change cameras.
Okay, but yeah, I just thought that this last panel did it for me. I probably would have passed it up otherwise, but I thought the last panel was just gorgeous, and it's signed by Hazelwood, who inked this one, and it's from Superman 482. And I think there were actually a couple other pretty nice Superman pages. There was one with there was a mullet Superman page, and I don't remember who the penciler was on that. So yeah, it's the only piece that stands out. Then what do we got here? Raphael Albuquerque piece from it's Eternal 31. I have no idea, but you're getting Alfred and Bane squaring off against the horde of demons. I have no idea what the Eternal storyline was all about.
Yikes.
But I like it. I mean, this is nice. I mean, it's very light. I mean, these are figures. I mean, Bane could be drawn. I mean, like a Dennis Cowan Bane. This guy could be gritty and everything, but it's soft, subdued. Maybe it's because of the lighting. I don't know, but I really felt like the way he handled the two figures together was really nice.
Yeah, I wonder. Like, it makes you wonder what the the colors on this were, because I'm guessing it was done to complement what they knew the colorist was going to do.
Right. So what do we got here? 2 more. This was a cool page too. This is from Danny. This is from something called Arkham City, The Order of the World, issue 1. And in general, just the again, page layout I really liked, but in looking at it, seeing this figure like that on the desk, and then having like that be the image you see
The
with
symmetry on that. Yeah, that first panel is incredible.
Exactly. I love the brushwork here. I mean, it's really nicely done. The silhouette on the table. I mean, this is just it's a great piece,
and creepy.
And creepy as heck. Exactly. I mean, look at the way that the cityscape is even drawn in the background. I mean, there's so many fun things that are done in this piece
Yeah.
through the silhouettes and that first panel. Yeah, I know nothing about who this character is or what the storyline was, but that's cool.
Me neither. I like it though.
And then I picked something just totally cosmopolitan here for the last one. Dan Day, Sherlock Holmes DPS.
Ooh.
And you get Holmes and Watson like as the bookends, and then it looks like them in his apartment here in the center one. Just beautiful. I mean, I love Dan Day's work, and as an illustration, this is gorgeous. I mean,
Really.
lots of detail. Getting the wood grain in,
Mhm.
whether it's in the bookcase or the chair up front. It's nice. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, and then the way he used, like, he basically really went all in on the background, which in a way like makes the figures pop.
Yeah, I agree.
Beautiful.
And there you go, Rick Welch, underrated Dan Day.
Yep.
Without question. Watson the Needle. Okay, yeah, it was all of that. But beyond that, I literally I did a thing. I actually went. I usually sort by price when I go to Heritage. This time I did do. I strictly went by whatever activity. Following and bids, I think is or whatever they call tracking and bids maybe. And it was an interesting way to go because the price ranges were all over the place, but it was curious to see which pieces got most saves or add to their tracking list. So and I stopped on page 3, so I only got through like 100 pieces before I gave up. So let's see, we can hide that. Now let's see, I had to download the EXP video. That was the thing that wasn't cooperating for me here. Let's see, where are you?
I saw Dynamite branching out a little bit. They're coming out with a role-playing game.
I saw something about that too. I did not go. There was a press release I think that got put out. I mean, he's getting the IPs that he's gotten involved with over the last.
Yeah, this one's Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Yeah.
I was wearing a Thundercats shirt yesterday.
Oh.
I think I surprised everybody when I got in this Zoom call and I had a Thundercat shirt on. I forgot.
Well, you've got the same hair as Lion-O.
I do. But here, let me see. I got to queue up his video to play a little differently because I didn't have a chance to convert it to something I could upload here. How do I do that? It's been a while. Video file. Here we go. And it's in my downloads. Got it. Okay. All right. So as we know, Nick will be on. He wasn't on last week because of the holiday, so he took a week off. But he is back at it. I saw the show graphic. I haven't watched this video, but I saw the show graphic. It had a picture of Santa Claus on it. So I don't know what that means. Is he giving stuff away?
Had pants.
You never know. You never know. So let's see here. I'm going to play this video, and we'll be back in a moment. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock on the EXP channel and all the places that they stream. And
everybody, this Friday, July 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, the original art experience. We'll have original art, but we're also going to celebrate Christmas in July, which means, Amy, we need to find Rudolph. And we need to get, oh God, the eyes she's making right now. And we've got to get cans of Coke with Santa Claus on it. So we're going to have fun. We're going to have Christmas pricing, Christmas in July pricing. So before we get to that, wherever you're watching this preview, please hit that thumbs up. Sharing is caring. And subscribe to the channel you're watching this on. And if you are subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. And if you're either of those things, subscribed or ensuring you're subscribed, hit that bell for notifications. Now, to the art. So, Christmas in July. When I think of Christmas, I think of the number 12 and 25 for the 12th month, 25th day. But when you're in July, you got to think of the number 7. And since this show's on the 10th, we need to think about the 10th. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to have at least one page of art at $7, at least one page of art at $10, at least one page of art at $12, and at least one page of art at $25. And Amy's rolling her eyes like, really? We're going to do that? Because it's a lot more work. So, but you know what? It's fun. Oh, she wasn't rolling her eyes for that. She was rolling her eyes because she wants to buy some art. Anyway, let's go to this Listen, we were just talking about Ted Lasso before right now. So, and by the way, if I haven't said it, I hope everybody had a good July 4th if you celebrate it. And here we go. Scarlet Spider, number 3, page 7 by Mark Bagley. Oh, that is gorgeous. Check out Ben Riley there. Then we've got Brilliant, number 2, page 10 and page 11. So beautiful. Oh, Bagley rocks. Gen Next, check it out. Such a beautiful page by Patrick Scherfenberger. Let's see. Oh, Leonard Kirk, Supergirl with Dawnstar from the Legion of Superheroes. All right, Incredible Hulk 19 by Ron Garney. And I can't remember if this is Dan Green or not. I'll definitely know for certain, but man, is it beautiful. Oh, God, Nick Fury's on there. Oh, I love it. Chris Anka, Axis cover, variant cover, Magneto and Cyclops. Everybody loves Cyclops. Then we have Sensational Spider-Man 32, page 16 by Sean Chen. Maybe this one will be the $25 page. You never know, do you?
It's Mary Jane and Sue Storm.
Oh my God. Mary Jane and Sue Storm. All right, maybe it'll be 25, maybe it won't. We'll see. All right, then we have Brilliant number 4, page 16. Check out how gorgeous that is. Then we have Harley Quinn, Power Girl. I think this is Stefan LaRue art. Rote's art. Oh God, I'm butchering the name and I apologize. Sergio Davia, when he worked for Dynamite before becoming a superstar at Marvel. Legendary Vampirella cover. And then Amy pulled some commissioned cover art. Captain Phoenix, Hulk, Captain Marvel, Bane, Batman. Oh, this is going to be a great show. So, a lot of special pricing. There'll even be a few pieces. Look, I already said we'll have at least one piece at 7, one at 10, one at 12, one at 25. But we'll do the whole Christmas theme. Like maybe something will be $122.50 or $12.25. Maybe something will be discounted by a certain percentage, by 25% or more. You never know, because it's Christmas in July and we're going to have fun. So Friday, July 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Look forward to be seen by you then. Take care.
Weird. When that video stops, everything goes crazy. Here we go. That's better. Yeah, I see Michael Trailer from First Coast Comic Con is in there. He just got back from the Jumbo Shrimp game. So yeah, that's what I was going to win the game. Dan Goodwin wants to know. But it probably doesn't matter. The cosplayers who got to go on the field, I think, probably all won. But anyway, so what do we got? We can do the CAF update, right? We could do some picks, or we can show off our picks and call it a night because I got work to do in the morning. What is Agent Slick? So I may have to get Cyclops Magneto cover tomorrow. Oh yeah, the big auction is tomorrow. Everybody at Heritage. I guess I'm going to be at setting up at the IC3, but I'm going to make sure that I've set a reminder. I want to see where the Iron Man page goes.
Oh, I'm morbidly curious myself.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea, but to me that's one of the more significant pieces that interior pages that has come up in a very, very, very long time. Might even be the most significant one that has ever come up, barring that Secret Wars page that didn't make any sense. But so this will be cool to see what happens, right? But you're gonna watch, right?
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I'm excited for it. Okay, so let's see here. We do the CAF update. Looks like Gwen uploaded my videos for me because they weren't in here when we got started, so that's good. This is the holiday weekend, so you wouldn't think that there'd be a lot of business going on last week, but dealers did average 271,000 versus 185 the week before. I know that Felix has been doing his big Felix San Diego thing, and he also sold a complete book, one of those what was it? Precious Papers, Bertram books. I think.
Precious Metal.
Precious Metal. I'm sorry. Precious Metal, and it went for $75,000. issue 3, I think. But he's been doing all those drops. So we're gonna have a big week to report next week because he had the Stegman drop, the cover drop, the sketch drop, and tomorrow he's doing some blind something or other that's probably going to slow things down at noon tomorrow, everybody. So I'm just letting you know, if you're on CAF and it runs a little slow, it's not my fault, it's Felix's fault. And you can't even complain to me because I'm going to be up in Jacksonville.
Do you think Felix sees it that way?
Well, I don't know. He actually called. We talked. He's like, hey, I'm going to be doing that same kind of thing I did last time. I'm like, well, man, if I were you, I'd be doing it over on Third Eye Comics where you do your other ones. But if you want to do it here, that's fine. I said, but even then, here's my other. I even said, why don't what might be better is why don't you do like the books at like 1 o'clock and the art at noon, and that way you kind of separate it and spread out the. So I don't think he's going to do that, but that was I think that would probably be the right way to go, because then if there is art and books, it'll spread it out, and probably the art drop will be good for the art collectors, and we're all about that. Let the book guys have a slowdown at a different time period versus having it impact everybody at the same time. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I rebooted the servers. Honest to God, I rebooted the servers Monday morning specifically for this because I thought everything will be clean as they possibly can be, and you throw caution to the wind after that. So, but I tried. But we're actually gonna do some stuff with him after that. Same kind of things I've been doing with CAF related to AI bot control, because his site gets hit a lot by it, just like we were. And I think limiting that, it's just going to overall across the network make our servers just the performance is going to increase. Literally, when I was looking at it, it's almost like 80% of the traffic that goes to CAF alone is automated one way or another, whether it's a crawler or it's an AI bot. And so you can imagine, we're talking a million page views a day, with 80% of it being completely useless. Yes, exactly. So, and then that's happening across the 30 dealer sites we host, and at the same time. So it's a scourge of little benefit to humanity. So that's part of when we talk. If you've read the newsletters and you see us talking about security and denial of service stuff, it's a lot related to that, and and probably a few other things. But it's just a matter of we're curtailing it now.
Remember when we only had to worry about Sidar?
Those were the easy
so long
days.
ago.
Oh God, I've been trying to forget about Sidar. But I never will. Yeah, maybe 15% markets. That's probably not accurate though. But at any rate, all right. So let me see. Top sales from dealers last week. Where is my button? Play this video. Here we go. So 271,000 was the total sales for dealers last week. Berkey had 118, so he did pretty well. Felix had 87. This first piece is from Felix. It's the cover to Absolute Batman 18. $55,000 was the price on that one. That one's got that's got a lot of activity on that one. Plenty of characters. Then over at RomitaMan.com, this Amazing Spider-Man 256 end page, Jason. Sold for 22,000. Yeah, Ron Friends and Rubenstein on that one. Then you got Wrightson and Neil Adams on this Green Lantern 84 page, sold by Berkey, went at 14.5. Then a Daniel Warren Johnson Transformers slipcase cover. This one went for $10,000.
That feels like a bargain.
Yeah, it certainly does, and sold over by Felix. And another one for $10,000.
How would you choose? Autobots,
I don't know. They're both freaking awesome. Dan Goodwin's shaking right now because we know he likes some Transformers. So is Derek. He probably wishes he had one of those. And then what do we got here to end it off? A Transformers 23 cover went for $6,000 by Daniel Warren Johnson. So those were the top 6 sales last week from our dealer network. Congrats to any collectors that got those. Or maybe we'll post them on CAF. The Transformers covers are awesome. So over at the auction house, what's that?
Marcus just said they probably bought both.
They almost would have to, right?
Although from a Felix drop, you're gonna get both.
Maybe they only do complete issues in advance. So you're right. That's interesting. Well, you never know. Auction houses, 331,000 last week compared to 318 the week before. eBay did about 113 of that, and Heritage had 200,000 of that. With their, they didn't hit 400 lots this time around. 369 lots on their weekly auction. So those continue to increase, but the signature auction is down this time around. It's only 670 lots. Let's see here. What do we got for their top three? Top three from eBay will be first here. And I can tell you that this one that we're going to see first, the Adlard, was one with a make offer, but that site 130 point was not spitting out results for me. So the listed price on this one from Walking Dead 9, so it's an early piece, was $7,500, but make offer was what got it. This next thing was a 53-page art lot. This is Sonic artwork. There was some Dagwood, Heathcliff, Blondie, and I forget what the other one was, but a 53-piece lot went for $4,000 on eBay. And then this one was a make offer win as well. Couldn't get the price on it, and it's Gabriel Ba, Umbrella Academy issue 1 piece, was listed at $3,500, went for something less. Over at Heritage, we have a calendar piece here from Larry Lieber from 1978. Went for $11,250. Then these are nice. I mean, I just keep avoiding them because they're just too good, and we've shown them often enough. But 2 John Buscema Conan consecutive daily strips went for almost $10,000. And we did feature this one though, the Frank Frazetta Planet Comics tryout page for Space Rangers went for $5,250. And that was the auction houses last week.
Could do worse on an entry level for Zeta.
Yeah, I didn't know what that would go for, 5,250. I mean, I have to believe Mike probably got it, Mr. Finn, but you never know. I mean, it would be a cool piece for him to have, but yeah, if it just looked, well, the thing is, if it would have looked a little bit more for Zeta like, I mean, it probably would have gone for 3-4 times that. So yeah, so somebody got a good deal. You're, especially when you're collecting for historical purposes. All right, well, we can do our picks.
All right,
and call it a night. So let's see, share the right screen here. And where are you? That's the one, right? Yep, that's it. Okay. All right. It wasn't that tab. Nope. Back when I was on light mode. Okay, so we are in who's Kafka? Oh, Jason's. Jason, man, he has good taste, doesn't he?
He does, and he is definitely a fan of Stuart Immonen. I am as well. So we park our cars in that same garage. There's a bunch of great things about this piece. I really like the balance. So, as a DPS like this, him being able to kind of stretch his legs, so to speak, and get all these characters positioned, really how he wants them, I think is a great way to do this. He's got, Cap up front, emblematically. Hawkeye is crouched down there. It's not super characterful, for all of the poses and, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's such a tight, perfectly rendered version of each one of the characters. It's really hard to go wrong. I think, he strikes such a good Immonen strikes such a good balance between his style and just a super well rendered version of a character. And I think that's really one of the things I like the most about him as an illustrator.
Same. And Vines Inks, right? It was Dexter Vines.
Yeah. Yep.
In this piece. Dex is really, he complements him very well. And yeah, it is strike a pose moment, but it's great. I mean, it's funny. I didn't see this piece during the week. I don't know how I missed it, but yeah, it's amazing. But I follow Jason's Calf Gallery too, because he's picked up quite a few DPSs, the last couple of years, and they're all really striking. He just has an eye for a really great kind of a multi-character splash piece, and it suits him. James Siegel used to be the guy that kind of owned that.
I went through a real DPS phase too. I mean, they look so good on the wall.
Right. Nope. You got that. Shin Kazam 88 loves the DPS too. Yeah. Anyway, great piece. Congrats, Jason. I'm always interested to see what he drops. I don't know how I missed that though. What did he upload a color image too? Yep, he did. All right, got my like on there. 16 comments on that. That's a good mark for a week.
Well, that's the other thing about Jason. The comments he leaves are like, "Whoa, mama!" So if he posts something, like, you owe him a comment.
There you go. Now, who are we? Who's Gaff Gallery? Okay, Gustavo Camargo.
Marco, yeah.
Been on the site for a while. Only watched by 6 people, and this is Carlos Dermas.
I mean, this is for you and I. This is a slam dunk. I know we both really like his stuff.
Yeah.
I've said probably 100 times that when you get a character lined up with like the right artist on a commission, it really sings. I mean, and this one definitely sings. I love that it's got like a kind of pseudo biblical feel to it. You know, like it's like he's cradling his former self. And then you've got kind of the raging, more monstrous Swamp Thing kind of, done across the back like that. This could absolutely 110% be a cover. And I think it should be on some level. Like if you didn't think, Carlos de Armas would be a great choice for a Swamp Thing book, I think you missed the boat.
No, agreed. I mean, I love Carlos's work. I know you've loved it since he first saw his work, and he just keeps getting better. I mean, I don't know why we're not seeing more of his work out there. Hopefully that changes. But yeah, what do you have by him? I can't remember now. What was it?
It's weird. I actually requested the Wildcats from him, of all things. And in retrospect, I don't know why I did, but he was so jacked when I requested it. He was like, "Oh my God, I love those characters. I love their costumes." I was like, "All right, let's go."
Robert Berman's got a recent piece by Carlos. Yeah, I'm gonna have to write that wrong. I mean, there's stuff out there. I know Enrizo has a few pieces available, and yeah, I should look. I gotta correct that. Everybody needs a piece by Carlos in their collection.
It's hard to argue.
Let's see here. Next up, Eric Kazatsky, or is Kazatsky, right? Yeah, Kazatsky. Let's see here. We have a Gene Colan, Daredevil 22. Wow.
This is Spidey fighting Stiltman.
Oh man.
I'm not even gonna say anything else.
It's funny. I didn't look at this piece. It was when I saw the top of the scan with the edges, I was just like, I'll look at it during the show. I won't, But oh my gosh, this thing is. Well, I'm a huge Stiltman fan, and I'm a huge Gene Colan fan. I didn't see this piece. I must have had I don't know what the hell was going on this week.
I feel like you need this piece or
shit, yeah. I mean, I should be contacting Eric right now. But look, it's the location, the name of the gallery room it's in, main collection.
Yeah.
At least it doesn't say, leave me alone.
Never for sale.
Never for sale. Right. No, absolutely. This is a page that, I would love to own. This might be the only time I would email somebody and say, and I've never done it before, if you're ever going to part with this page.
Never?
I'm your guy. No, I've never done that. I actually have never done that.
I think I have 3 of those out there.
Have you been contacted yet from any of those offers that you've thrown out there to the
nobody's ever taken me up on it, but they're out there.
All right. Well, and it's all Gene too. Is it his inks too? Seriously, I didn't even. No, Frank Giacque inks on this one, but it's amazing. Come on.
It's all action too.
It's too good. I love that second panel.
Mm-hmm.
That's
dude. The first panel, Stiltman like completely, strutting his stuff. He's like, "Look what I can do, boy."
Yeah, he's like, this. He could have teabagged him if they only knew what teabagging was back.
He should have teabagged him.
Exactly. I love this. I will actually email Eric. He and I emailed a couple times over the last few months, so we have a rapport already. I'll just shoot him an email.
There you go. You already laid your groundwork.
I have. I definitely have. But yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna pull that one off to the side so I don't forget to.
Don't forget. I'm telling you, man.
I'm not. I am not. All right, now let's see. So we get another Spider-Man piece in here. This is in the collection of MM.
completely different reasons. This one is based purely on artistic integrity and not on nostalgia and Stiltman. When I first looked at this, I was like, oh, okay. And then the more and more I looked at it, the stuff that he's got going like way in the foreground, so where he gets a little bit gritty on the details, I think works so well. Spidey's pose is really, really cool. I like what he's doing, kind of like to bring more motion to the piece with Doc Ock's tentacles. The one thing, like the only thing I can find wrong with this in retrospect is kind of the figure of Doc Ock gets a little bit lost, but like it's not really that important. Like the tentacles are kind of like the star of the show anyway, which I'm sure the chat loves. But for me, it's the atmosphere. It's the subway going by. It's the traffic signal. It's that building on the left. I think like it's got a ton going on that the characters don't really like matter all that much to me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. And it's funny, you know, when I first saw the piece, I thought, oh, you know, Doc's tentacles are too narrow, right? I mean, they don't. But if he would have drawn them any heavier, you know, more like what we're used to seeing, he would have lost the dynamic quality of the piece. There's some fluidity that they, by making them as narrow as they are,
they're kind of whippy
and smaller. Yeah, it makes the piece better, even though it doesn't feel like Doc's tentacles. I like it, and I think that yeah, I mean, compositionally it's great. I get what you're saying about Doc Ock being lost a little bit up there. I'd almost say, you know, Spidey's almost lost in this one. Without color, it's almost a little hard to pick him out because there's so much detail in the background that you have to. To me, at least for me, I struggle a little bit to see Spidey in there. But compositionally and everything, I think it's beautiful. Now,
yeah, it's really cool. And Rich makes a good comment, which is like the perspective is a little wonky in a couple spots towards the top, like it does fisheye a little bit. But yeah. I don't know, like the weight of the piece is at the bottom, so it doesn't faze me that much.
Well, very cool, and it was by Craig Wilson, and in the collection of MM from Canada, 13-year veteran of comic art fans. Only 4 people watching their calf. All right, see, every week I gotta you know at least watch 1 or 2 new calf galleries when we're doing these.
I wasn't familiar with MM's gallery, so I'm glad we got a look at it.
They are a Craig Wilson fan. They have at least 3 pieces in there from them. Let's see, Alberto.
I know.
Alberto makes the list. Now I saw this piece too.
Everyone.
Does Alberto have Valerio Schiti in his basement, because it seems like that's all he buys anymore?
He is making a go at hoarding it.
I mean, I saw this one too, and what you know, I just felt like I was hearing a record scratch or something, you know, when I saw the wavy you know, American flag lines on there. There was something about it quality wise that had that made me, you know, want, you know, hear something or want to hear something when I saw this piece. And but I'm beginning to like Valerio's artwork more and more.
Me too. Yeah. I saw early on like some Iron Man stuff from him and was super solid, like the way he was doing the surfaces. Like that's, for me, like that's the thing that really like either sells or doesn't sell Iron Man, is like how well they do the hard surfaces, and he's great at that. You see it a little bit here on Cap Shield too, but I like the Cap figure on this, but it really is all about that like graphic element with the flag. It really makes this whole cover. Not only does it like strike right through the middle and like give you the opportunity to do the dueling faces in the background, but I mean, he did something so cool by like distorting it like that graphically. I can't think of like another treatment of the flag similar in comics. So like you really did something unique at the same time, which is always cool. But yeah, to your point, it does have like maybe the fact that it's like a spiky wave in parts or whatever, but you do think of like distortion and like music.
Yeah, that's the first thing that hit me. I'm hearing the record scratch or something. I don't know. I mean, but yeah, I like this piece a great deal, and I can honestly say I can't think of a piece of artwork that I've ever looked at where I like heard something, you know, or like my mind you know, even a Batman slap to Robin's face doesn't make me think of that sound. But this made me made that happen. So congrats, Alberto. An EKG like line. Yeah, that's true, Rick. Definitely. Rick had a very nice piece by Tim Truman that he posted this
Yes,
past.
he did.
That T-shirt piece was
Mhm.
it wasn't picked, but it could have been, just because it's historical and awesome. And anytime you can pick up something like that from that era, you're doing well. You're having a good week.
Agree.
Let's see. Chris Lutz. Okay, this was good. Very, Tony Salmons is always awesome. I just, I got to click on it so we can just see it in its entirety. Compositionally, this is, I love the gun in the foreground like that.
Yep.
That's so good.
I feel like you love Tony Salmons or you hate Tony Salmons.
Mhm.
I don't really know anybody who's like in between. And my understanding is if you're an editor, you fall into the hate camp and not the love camp. But I do, he's an artist, and I think like the guys who are into him are really into him, and for the right reasons. So I really love, his inking is always like just off the wall and incredible. You already highlighted the fact that like the star of this piece is really the super force perspective. So
Mhm.
like kind of the decision he made with the camera, whatever else is happening here is kind of, inconsequential compared to what's going on with the shadow. But he does those really cool, like creepy trees in the background. He's got the moon. As far as like the atmosphere of the piece is concerned, that's not something I normally associate with Tony Salmons. I really like more of like his figural work and like kind of like the way he leads your eye around a page and around an image. And this has got that going for it as well. So like as a whole, you could do way, way worse on a Tony Salmons piece. This is a home run.
Completely agree. Yeah, the more I'm looking at it, I just love the big blocky shapes. That's what we get with a guy in a trench coat and a hat like that. But it's just, it works so well. And I like the little elements in the back, the sparse trees, the Studebaker or whatever the heck that is in the background. It's just just perfect. Really, and the lighting is great on this thing. So congrats, Chris. This is a beauty.
Yeah.
Rick Welch likes the car in the background too.
Yeah.
Steel Shark. I know you've picked a piece from Steel Shark before, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Or maybe I did. One of us has we've said the name Steel Shark.
It's not one you easily forget, I suppose.
No, you do not. So Esteban Morado, a DPS from Savage Tales. We don't mention Savage Tales too often.
Right. I wish the scan was absolutely massive because good Lord.
Yeah.
Like look at these details.
It's gorgeous.
And it's the whole thing is just full of stuff to look at, and all the stuff you're looking at is cool.
Wow. Yeah. No, I did not look at this piece before now.
Look at the wailing corpse in the foreground on the right.
Exactly.
Like I said, every inch of this thing is covered up with something that is so cool to look at. And like he does such a great job of like, there's this pile of like, monsters and corpses and zombies or whatever. And he still makes Sonya stand out.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's too bad the whatever story they needed to put those in there. It would have been great to see the art and then have that as an overlay. But yeah, who cares? The detail on the bottom is throughout the piece like that is still all that matters. It's stunning. And you're right. I want as big as this scan is. I want to see a bigger scan.
Yeah, man. God, this is one that if you have to see it in person, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Well, this is it's gorgeous. Shoot, Savage Tales. Yeah, I don't think I'm kind of curious. I bet you there isn't a lot of Savage Tales art on CAF. But Steel Shark, congratulations. Only watched by 3. Did I watch Steel Shark? Let's see. I'm gonna do it. I've done it. I opened a new window to do it. So. All right. So I'm following Steel Shark now. Next up, Oh yeah, this is the Punisher piece. David
on.
Ross and Crow. Again, where does Crow pick this stuff up at?
I don't know, but I would kill him in front of his own mom for this page.
Now, why? Is it nostalgic for you? Is it,
Well, yes.
okay.
Also, you know how I feel about Kevin Nolan.
I know. That's
And he did so little work on this book, and he added so much. I mean, how many of us like really, it's Dave Hunt, right?
yes.
How many of us are Dave Hunt fans?
Wanna see
This
that?
book looks good because Kevin Nolan is so damn good.
Right, exactly.
Like look at these panels, like the Punisher's pole vaulting for some reason. Sign of the times, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Is it Dave Ross? Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, David Ross, yeah, Kevin Nolan. So did you read this off the, did you pick this book up as it came out?
Yes. So when Punisher first started was like a year after I started reading comics.
Mhm.
So I probably maybe shouldn't have been reading Punisher, but I was. Yeah, and man, no real affection for like the storyline or anything necessarily, but like as I look back, like this has to be part of the reason that I love Kevin Nolan so much.
And you see what Rich said? He said, I used to sell Dave his comic books working at Dragon Lady in Toronto. I congratulated him on how good Nolan made his stuff look, and he gave me.
Oh, damn, Rich. Rich, I am buying you a bunch of beers the next time I see you.
Oh, Rich. Yeah, Rich. You got to try to make it down to OAX, man. I know it's crossing, borders and all, but try to make it down. We'd love to have you down. And you already got a beer bought for you if you several beers. But no, I thought the page was cool, but for me it was like, I like Nolan's inks on it, but for me, I was never a big Punisher fan. So whenever I see pages, I have like no context.
Sure.
Of, like what was the era, what was going on in those books. And yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, I think this is the same issue Mignola did the cover for. He's Punisher's in a gas mask. Like, oh man.
Well, it's a good one. Thanks to Kevin, and Steve Crow just gets richer and richer and richer in comic art. I was going to pick this one too. This is in Dave W's Calf Gallery. I mean, he's done this pose many times.
Yep.
This one was special. I mean, the tonal work on it, the lighting. Lee Weeks just killed this one. I mean, it's. I love it. I mean, a lot of times, when artists do this pose or whatever, you think, they would never like lighten the teeth to give it, they would like make them pop more. I mean, this is just done. It's very naturalistic, and yet it's the Hulk. I mean,
well, Lee is such a great Hulk artist. I mean, he's a great he's a great artist, period. Like whatever he draws, like I'm there for it. I think he can do anything. This one, like, I guess maybe hit a little harder than some, because I've talked to Dave like every time I've been to Heroes about his Larkin homages, and typically he adds one, or maybe he'll add two depending on like who's available and how much and like that kind of stuff at every Heroes. And I wasn't there this year, so when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, he must have flipped out when he saw this. So like, Dave, such a great guy. I'm such a big fan of Lee Weeks. I think this is like, as a Hulk fan, this is such a cool thing to like be adding perpetually to your collection, is to like hone in on that one image and be like, you know what, I'm going to have different artists do like that image essentially, and see what everybody can do with it. This, in my mind, this is the best one he has.
It's spectacular. I mean, the more I'm looking at it, the one eye that's kind of a little more complacent, and the other one that's raging. I mean, there's a lot of there's so many really nice things going on in this. The spittle coming out of his mouth.
A little bit of spit.
I love it, and I have a Lee Weeks story for you, sort of. I
Hmm.
think the last day I was at Heroes, I'm riding up the elevator with an elderly woman, and I don't know why I don't typically talk to anybody on an elevator, but I said, you here for the show this weekend or something like that. She probably thought it was pickup line. Very old. This is a woman in her 80s or something. She looked at me. She's like, "No, my husband's a comic artist." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, who's your husband?" "Lee Weeks." I'm like, "Oh, we love Lee Weeks." So
That's
she, and then
great.
yeah, that was funny. I was like, because yeah, I like Lee's stuff a lot as well, and we actually tried stopping by his table a couple times, and every time we did, he wasn't there, so we kept missing him. And so I meet his wife on an elevator
Yeah.
before I got to see Lee on the floor. But yeah, Dave did really well with this one, so congrats, Dave. Yeah, that's fantastic. And you're right. If I was him, I'd probably look at this one and think it's got to be one of the best that he's ever
Yeah.
gotten. And Carl, who likes to add his Ox images. Look at that, 6 Ox
Hell yeah.
images in there.
Well,
And he
you
probably
plunk
could have
down
added
something
more.
like this. Yeah, I mean, I'd be asking for extra additional images too. I'd be like, oh, remember this T-shirt it was on? Oh, remember when it was a poster? Remember when it
Right,
was
right.
this? Yeah.
Yeah, some pieces definitely deserve more than 6. So take it away, man. This is your pick.
I mean, it kind of transcends description at some point, doesn't it? I mean,
Mhm.
this is one of those absolutely quintessential images from a story for a character. I remember when this book was coming out, and people were like, "Oh my God, we're finally seeing Wolverine's origin." And this one splash page kind of like takes the cake. The whole series, like I would argue, this is it.
Mhm.
The
No,
mass of
I
bodies, I mean, like it's so like it's so busy. Like there's literally like something happening in every like quarter inch of this image. It's so busy and it reads so perfectly. And there's a ton of like, staccato dialogue all over it to kind of like reflect the chaos that's happening
Mhm.
in the story at the time. But like, I mean, my God, this Carl, I have to tell you, this spurred so many conversations for me, I don't own this piece, but everybody starts saying back and forth like, God, do you have a piece that you dump half of your collection for? And I was like, I mean, if it was this,
Mhm.
yeah, hell yeah. A lot of people, they'd be like, yeah, my whole collection and then like, another 20 grand, sure.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that myself. It's like, what would I give up half my collection for? I couldn't actually think of anything because I don't typically think I can own, the really choice pieces that are out there. So that would be a fun exercise to like really go back and like,
It's kind of like having that, like if you won the lottery,
right,
like
right.
you start like dreamcasting a little bit, like, oh yeah. So if Dave Mandel's watching, you can have everything that I own if you'll sell me that Punisher limited series #1 cover. So I'm just putting that out there in the
Everything.
universe.
There's a link to my calf gallery. You can
Yeah.
have it all. Uh, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
drive it to your house.
Let's see. What is this? Tiff wants to know how's Carl going to get the next big piece if he's half depleted. That's a good question. But at the end of the day, do you really go after a big piece after you get something like this? Because it'd
Right.
be hard. I don't know
So
what.
that was the other discussion. Like, could you be
Mhm.
done?
I don't know if you could be done. I mean, I think as a collector, you're probably still got the bug to want to keep buying artwork.
Sure.
But when you look at grails or things like that, where you're trying to like, I don't know. I don't. How do you top it? I mean, if this is and this
Right.
is in Carl's wheelhouse, so I don't know. I don't think you can. I think you have a cooling off period that could last a couple of years. So, but you still buy though. You still got to buy. You're always looking.
I think you're kind of a goblin, Bill. You're like, you still gotta buy.
You gotta buy. I mean, yeah,
I think you could like switch to commissions after something like this, though, right?
probably.
Yeah,
Probably. Marcus says he can get a Valiant cover.
he can have all the Valiant covers.
Right. But this one did kind of break calf. It was one of those pieces that got shared a lot on socials. Where did it end up right now? It's at 1,255 views, 84 comments, 89 likes. Yeah, it's just one of those pieces
It'll be in the best of calf.
It has to be. He could be
Yep.
walking. He could be walking home with with one of the well, whatever our award trophy is for next year, or this year. But yeah, Carl, congrats on that, man. It took a lot of nerve to pull something like this off, but we're all glad that you did. And I don't know.
And I said to Bill, one of us was going to pick it.
If it wasn't you, it was going to be me. Oh man. But I didn't comment on it. I guess I should throw in. Look, I didn't even go. Look, I'm gonna add a like right there. Okay, look, got it up to 90. All right.
You can comment live. You could comment live. God, people love it when you do that.
Oh my God. All right. I don't know what to say on a spur of the moment on a piece like this. I only have 5,000 characters to.
Oh, what are you gonna say in 5,000 characters? What would Claude say?
And this is a page one, right? So this is like the first thing that you see when you open the book. It's like you got to go, holy shit!
No, absolutely, it sets the stage.
I don't want to. I kind of want to type this. I'll type it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not.
Just type baller.
Bill, see, Carl wants me to do it now. All right, I don't know what to say. I can't do baller. All right.
Banger.
Yeah, I'll just say, yeah, you broke calf.
There you go. From the man
the
himself.
right ways. Congrats. There we go.
There you go.
And Perfect. It is true. I mean, I can't say that I've seen a piece hit 1,200 views in that short amount of time. I mean, really ever. I mean, there's pieces. I mean, Halpern posts great pieces all the time. I mean, Bill Johnson posts great pieces all the time. Yep. Lots of comments, but the views alone on this piece was pretty remarkable to see happen. So it'll be in the most viewed list for a little while. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
There we go. So that was your last, right? Was it your last?
Yeah, you got to go on top.
That's right, you did. All right, so I feel kind of pedestrian after that. I'm going to go with a Jim Aparo piece in Bill's calf, of course. I like the cover a lot. I mean, for me, this is like kind of a classic, kind of cover motif, I guess. DC used it a lot. I can think of some Teen Titan covers by Perez that have the same kind of vibe. The one with the missile coming down on him. I looked at it and didn't know a lot about. I didn't know anything about the characters that were there because I'm thinking, it's all different characters, right? But I loved reading the description and getting to know a little bit about it. But it's like for me, like the face-off covers are really special and just something that is. That I always enjoy seeing in comic books, and this is just kind of a similar motif that you see, and when these are done, it's like the characters are never drawn that large. So when you have to draw that many characters on it, and I don't know, in my mind, they're kind of harder to pull off to make something that's cool, that's going to look good on a spinner rack or something. And I just thought this was a really nice piece, and Bill Johnson always has a good eye for stuff, so. Anyway, I like this one.
It makes, if nothing else, it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder why he's like essentially fighting like the Village people,
right?
Like a different version of. Yeah.
Well, what did it say? It said it's what was it? It's all the Mad Hatter, right? It's all Mad Hatters or something like that.
Oh, okay. So these are like people he's mind controlling or something, most likely. Actually, will you do me a favor and click on the auxiliary image?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that Batman logo, with like the kind of sky blue and the yellow, like that logo alone, I feel like made or broke a lot of these covers. And like, it's interesting not seeing one in color. And then like, when you compare it, that purple and the orange are such a weird choice.
It is very peculiar. Yeah. Color wise, it doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
Oh well. But
we get to see the original.
Exactly. And that's what we want. But okay, I did get my like on that one. So congrats, Bill J. Nice Aparo piece and another great addition to his calf. Then okay,
Yeah.
this is my favorite. I think I've said that. I really like the. I forget what issue number it is. The Kirby cover from Thor where Doom's unmasking himself and it's from the back. That's
Okay.
with Blake in front of him and the ghost, kind of Thor behind Blake. This honestly is my favorite Thor cover of all time.
That's awesome.
I've always loved this one, and no, I had no idea that Lance had it in his collection, but when I saw it, it was just like, oh shit, this is why, this is why I love Thor as a character. Kirby made Thor like I loved him. I mean, even though when I started reading Thor, it was Buscema era, but when I discovered those early ones, this is just my favorite, and I have so many favorite Kirby Thor covers. I love the one with the Absorbing Man from like
Oh,
issue
yeah.
112, where his hammer and the ball are coming together.
Yep.
But this image is just great. The only all I have to say is Robert Berman. He made me think twice about this cover when he said that Thor was swinging his hammer through his cape. That got me, but I don't care. That
Oh, damn.
as soon as I read that comment, I went back and looked at it. And I'm like, oh, but I don't care. It's still my favorite, absolute favorite Thor cover of all time.
Young Bill didn't care.
I didn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. But look at this thing. I mean, it's a great scan too.
And the Destroyer too. Come on.
Yeah, this is just amazing. I mean, I'm just so blown away by this thing. So congrats to Lance. I mean, it sounds like I think he's even said he's had it in his collection for a long time, and I'm glad that he
bring it to San Diego. He probably would.
Oh, I'd have to get a picture with it because honestly, it is my all-time favorite. So yeah.
James says it's a magical cape. Dude's a god.
Yep. But yeah, it was funny when I never been let down by a comment before like I did when I read that from Robert. But next up, I had to go with a good one here. This was in Halperin's piece. I've talked about this one before. I've seen this piece in person when Berkey had it for a couple years, and it's just such a great freaking image of these two characters on arguably like a weird book, right? Iron Man and Submariner. What the hell were they thinking? Special once in a lifetime issue, but this is Twice Up, and it's incredible in person, and I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is like one of Gene Colan's like best artworks ever. And
I absolutely agree. I mean, and it's got what can you fault on this? I mean, it's so potent, and it's so like, I mean, this is like nostalgia in a bottle.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, I look at it and I've held this thing and I was stupefied looking at it. It's an incredible piece, and so congrats to Jim for picking it up. He's picked up a lot of great stuff over the years, but yeah, as maybe out of his last couple of years, this is definitely my favorite piece. Once in a lifetime, once more. Okay, Marcus. But anyways, yeah. So congrats. I mean, he picked up that Rhino cover from Spidey. I mean, and we kind of bypassed that, but I mean, he always gets good things. Then Gene Park. Gene doesn't post to CAF often, but when he does, you have to take note. Very nice Don Newton, Alcala inked Batman page. This is I loved it. I love the lighting, the rooftop romance going on here. I mean, it is. It is, and it's in a 6-panel layout. That's really hard to see the borders the way he's done it because there really aren't any. I mean, he's you just get the night sky kind of filling things in. I love just the overall approach to this piece. It's beautiful. Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't even know. To your point, you don't even notice that little shift with the like first and fourth panels. Where the fourth panel's taller. It's actually kind of breaking that midline.
I didn't notice it until before you said it. I'm like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, you don't notice it unless like when you started commenting about the panel border, I was like, oh, look at that.
Yep, that's about when I noticed it. It's such a nice piece that you just kind of you look at it a little differently than you do other interior pages. It's gorgeous.
It's almost painterly.
Yeah. I mean, the more I'm looking, I mean, just look at how like he just crops her as if she's in a panel, but
Yep.
the night sky just keeps blends into the fourth panel. It's an amazing page. I mean, the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm blown away by how great this piece is. And I agree, Shin. This is the best. Marcus says Batman likes it on the rooftops. Yeah. Hey, you get it
He
where
does
you
that
can.
thing what he does with Commissioner Gordon, where like when he's done, he just disappears.
That's right. He's got a lot of practice with Gordon. Oh boy. All right. So this is an Artmore's Calf Gallery, Graham Ingles page. I pick these a lot, but again, I just love the characterizations in the faces. I mean,
Yeah.
the
textures.
yeah,
Man.
the textures. I mean, again, the lighting in every one of these panels is just special. I love this first panel. I mean, the anatomy is wonky on the guy, but it doesn't matter because it works. It makes things have this little edge of fear, of terror and
Creepiness.
yeah, exactly. Marcus calls it the Ingalls Tingle. All right. But anyways, yeah, I haven't picked an EC page in a while. So let's see. But it's 17 comments, 17 likes. Well, here I've skewed it to the likes now. So congrats, Artless Artmore, on this very nice pickup.
Yeah.
The tree branch across the third panel. Yeah, that was weird. At first, and I had to keep looking at that one. I'm like, what is that?
Mhm.
I'm with you on there, Rich, but different, right? I mean, they're throwing the camera angle all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of struck by that second panel where like how differently he illustrated the two characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy in the car looks like very comic booky and very like of the period. And then the guy on the right, like definitely lighting, playing a part here, but like the inks are like dramatically different. Like it's really like you have to look at the guy in the car.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I completely agree. Incredible. This girl's almost dead from loss of blood. Oh, goodness. Wow. Anyway, Artless, you got a nice page here. It makes me wish I had a piece of EC art in my collection. From 1951 too. 75 years old. So I picked this. I like Adam stuff. This is Tim Townsend inking this one as well. This is from Wolverine 88. Mike Caro. What is this? 8-year member of CAF. Just a really nice page. I love the little mouse eye view of Wolverine here, busting down the door.
And he looks so stumpy.
He does. Yeah, exactly. And it's the angle. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I love Adam stuff. I'd like, I wasn't reading his Wolverine at that time, at all. But I'd be happy to get a page from him from his run on the book. That's right. Look, the deadbolt's still locked on that thing. He just not. The whole wall is ripped out. I love this piece.
He weighs like, what does he weigh? 500 pounds or something?
He's gotta.
Yeah,
he's definitely gotta.
5'3", 500.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's so funny. Like if you scroll up a little bit, like that is how Wolverine would like look in a normal doorway, right?
It's true. It's totally true. Yeah. Well, this is a really nice piece, man. I can't believe how many. Let's see. How many comments? Okay, well there you go. Marcus got his comment on this one. So did James. He likes Adam's work.
He knows what's up.
Okay, we got some good comments there. So I got my like on that one. A couple more pieces here, everybody, and then we'll be done. Yo Curry made this beautiful piece for Compson. This is cover recreation. I just thought it's fun. I mean, the stippling.
Really nice stippling.
Yeah, then I love the lighting on his face here too.
Yeah.
I mean, it just has a fun ethereal quality to it. Yeah, but I love like these geometric shapes in the background from probably a ship or whatever. It's just it's great. Yo did a fantastic job on it.
Well, and it's a gorgeous cover to to homage
Mm-hmm.
or to recreate.
Yeah, no, this is good. We got a nice good scan on this one too, Copson. So thank you for that. Makes me want to get Yo to do something for me.
For sure. That's beautiful.
All right, get that there, and 3 more to go. I picked this one just because it was fun. This
Yeah,
a Sunday
cool.
strip front with Superman. Where they actually where Jose Devil did the art on it and went through the trouble to make this crazy maze
Yeah.
for a Sunday strip. I mean, as a kid,
Awesome.
it is. It's absolutely fun and not something that you would expect to get when you're going through the Sunday funnies. And I thought that'd be great. I mean, I didn't see it when it came out, but I can only imagine the kids reading this would have been really
And I
excited.
think the maze is the payoff for the strip, right? Like
Mhm.
it's worked into the story.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cool.
They have to find their way back.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know. I totally agree. I thought this was great. This is I think this is Mickey's piece, but
He loves Supergirl, no question.
that is right. That is right. And so congrats on that one. But it's cool. I mean, we're not going to see a piece like this ever again on Cap because there's how many, you look at that and you think, how often did anybody ever even do something like that?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
should have involved some host. There should have been a Twinkie. I guess. Okay, I had to pick this one. We don't get a lot of Spidey Ditko pages added to CAF with any regularity. They, a lot of people who own them don't share them on CAF. So this is
Right.
Ruben Rupert, a 15-year member of CAF, posted this one, and it's just fun. You get 2 panels with Spidey in costume, jumping
Totally.
out a window. You get Jonah Jameson in there in the last 2 panels. I mean,
Betty Brant.
right? I mean, this is just a solid all-around page.
Great page.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could ask for one or more characters, but otherwise, I mean, I just think it's perfect.
I
mean,
think, as far as like the content is considered, like, wow.
mhm. See, I didn't read this one, but I wonder what all those letters coming into J. Jonah Jameson's desk is all about. Something about Spider-Man.
Well, no matter what they say, all he sees is we hate Spider-Man.
That's right. But yeah, this is fantastic, and it's only got 10 comments on it. Everybody, got to throw
That's
some on there.
crazy.
That is
For a
crazy. Only
Ditko
11 likes.
ASM page?
Well, I mean, it could have been a bigger scan, but other than that, we got no complaints
Sure.
about it. My last piece. What was my last piece? Oh, Pat Broderick, Captain
Mhm.
Marvel, with Marvel Spotlight page. I love Pat's stuff. The more I every time I see one of these older pages, I'm like, damn, I got to get something in my collection from Pat. I mean, was it Bruce Patterson inks on this one? But I love his stuff. I mean, he's still a great illustrator. But when you go back and look at these classic pages here, with Captain Marvel and Drax, I mean,
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And the little
Well,
Ditko.
I picked a Broderick a couple weeks ago that I want to say, and it was Cosmic for sure, because this page has the same stuff on it that made me pick the other page, which is these wild, trippy backgrounds.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know wonder what year this is. Was it listed in the title? No. No. Okay, Marvel Spotlight Volume 2. I mean, either way, he's just doing some great stuff here, and yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to see, like, well, what Pat Broderick artwork is available for sale out there these days, because I got to find the right one. It's got to be the right characters, but
This is super cool. Like, I mean, what every panel is absolutely packed with this crazy shit.
That's right. Pat's going to be at IC3. Why do I keep forgetting that? That's true.
Yeah, I was going to say 78, 79.
All right. But you look at the cross hatching in the inks here, right? I mean,
Yep.
that's cool. I mean, when you see stuff like that, you think Art Adams and you think a few other people, but here's something stylistically that Pat's doing, and yeah.
Pat's been doing some heavy lifting here too. Those Starfields and
Mm-hmm. No, that's great. All right, I'm gonna be on a quest
All
to
right.
find something from Pat to add to my collection.
Well, wait to see if the Stiltman piece is available first.
All right, I have that. That's sitting right over on the window over here. I'm going to email Eric and just tell him when the time comes.
That'll be the ultimate calf update payoff, as if you bring that page home.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I can't imagine a better Stiltman page. I mean, I guess there, maybe there might be a better page fighting Daredevil, but come on, Spider-Man fighting him.
Right.
I can't see that.
Rich, Rich wants to know what the signature is at the top of the page. Can we scroll up? It is Doug, yeah.
Doug, yeah. Yep. You're right. Anyway, so yeah, so that we get an IC3 tie-in to end things off here with Pat being there. Yeah, I saw him at Heroes and he told me he was going. I don't know. But what does Robert say? Pat was one of the first artists I learned to recognize as a kid.
Yeah,
very distinct style.
He is very distinct.
All right, well, we'll close that one. So, Chris, always fun.
Yes,
Glad to have you back. So we have a show next week, and then the week after that we will be in San Diego. So that'll get skipped. So let's see what turns up on CAF this next week.
We'll drum something up.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So did you have a good time? Was it a good break?
Yeah. No complaints. Fireworks and beers and hot dogs and brats and burgers and
yeah,
$2.50. America.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Oh, I know. Yeah, around here it was fireworks for like 2 hours straight out here in Central Florida. That's why the cat that has been in the house for like 3 or 4 days, because it was pretty raucous.
I'm sure Florida man gets down.
Every corner of any like major intersection has one of those tents, full of fireworks. And they all say, buy one get one free. BOGOs everywhere.
Yeah. My brother-in-law went to the fireworks stand in town where their lake place is, and he was like, he's like, we took him to the cleaners. I was like, what? He goes, I just filled up a shopping cart from the grocery store that they were like in the parking lot. Yep. And I said, how much? And the guy was like, what? I don't know. And Matt was like, he's like, I just made him an offer and we went with it.
That's awesome. Yeah. Even the city that's south of here, they set the barge on fire where they were lighting them off in the middle of one of the lakes. So I mean, they went crazy.
Wow.
This year with the 250th. Yeah, the barge burned in the middle of the lake for a couple hours before they towed it back in. So nobody was on it. Of course, that's how they safely do it. Oh man.
No.
Did they have unicorn poop? No, they did not. But I did see that video, Marcus, with the unicorn pooping on a picture of me. Did you see that, Chris? Well, you're not on Facebook.
I did. Yeah, I'm a follower of Marcus on Instagram. So
it was on Facebook and Instagram. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm abreast of all the wieners and comics and fireworks and Hong Kong and the whole deal. It's a real tapestry.
Well, there's nothing like the 4th of July around here.
Sir.
All right, man. Well, I'll see you next week, and hopefully we get some awesome picks. Just like that. CAF is busier than hell, man. I saw again. I checked it, the new art page, and we're still pushing like 7,300 pieces a month. Getting posted. So it's hopping.
All right.
Hopping these days.
Looking forward to it. Have a good night, guys.
All right. See you.
See you, Bill.
All right, everybody. We did it. The episode, what is it? 295 in the books, right? So yeah, closing in on 300. We'll have to think of some fun giveaways for that. Maybe when I'm in San Diego, maybe at IC3, we'll pick up a few things for that. But yeah, it'll be fun to get a milestone episode out of the way so we can move on to bigger and better things. But if you're going to IC3 this weekend, looking forward to seeing you. I'll be there tomorrow all day, and I'll be at the Drink and Draw. I don't remember where that is, so I think it's someplace downtown Jacksonville. So we'll have that. We'll probably shoot some video and take some photos. And Dan Goodwin and I are going to combine our talents on a 5x5 sketch card tomorrow evening. So that'll be fun. I even picked up. What did I pick up? I was talking to Mike Oming about some of the tools he uses, because he uses brush pens, and he told me the model and sent me a link, and so I bought one. So whatever this is, I will bring this with me and I will try it out, Dan. And then maybe you can try it out and tell me if it's any good, because I'm sure I won't be very good at it. So all right, everybody, enjoy your weekend if you're not doing anything, and but I hope you are. Have some fun. Post some art to CAF, and try not to break it like Carl did. Look out for Felix's drop tomorrow at noon. If things slow down on all of our sites, you know what's going on. It'll probably last like 15-20 minutes, given how heavy the traffic was the last time he did one of those book drops. But just expect it and roll with it. I know it's lunchtime. Go out, have your sandwich, and come back to CAF, and then everything will be fine. So, all right. See you tomorrow, Dan. Looking forward to hanging out and working with you at the show. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again next week.